Yes, good people, big up to all of you, and thank you once again for finding the time to join us on Chelsea Perspective for another match preview predictions and a predicted lineup. We appreciate you all finding the time to join us today. We will be previewing the match. Home Carabao Cup game, second round, I think, or third round, I can't quite remember, against Brighton. To me, it's a game you can say it's become Brighton and Chelsea have become serious rivals, given the transfer activities between the two clubs inadvertently. You can say turn them into best of enemies. I think maybe they'll still do business in the future. I do not know, but the truth remains given the players who've signed from them and their push to sign Levi Colwill from Chelsea, I think, we've become serious rivals. So yeah, let's see who wins this one. And if you are on Twitter, I'm sure probably you must have seen the war of words between the Brighton admin and some Brighton content creators and Chelsea creators. But that's, by the way, sit back and we'll also talk about news about Victor Osimhen and also Infinite Outlet. Being approved as Chelsea's new front of shirt sponsor. So sit back, relax, and let's get into the show straight away. Yes, people, once more, welcome back again. First, I have to say hello to those in the chat like we do here. And it's my bro and friend, Brianni Yahayu, the first person in the chat. And he's saying, big up, coach, big up to you too, Brianni Yahayu, a.k.a. 343 Dylema, a.k.a. Vivel FC, a.k.a. Jackson FC. I think you relinquished, or maybe you let go that of, what's his name? That of Jackson quicker than the other nicknames you've gone aliases maybe that you've gone by. But that's by the way. I appreciate you joining, brother. I hope you're doing well. I think I'm going to check it to be sure it's correct. I think probably Chelsea Perspective. I'm not sure because I don't use that much. Big up, guys. Prayers. For CFC players, yeah, that's rhymes. Murethi, nice to see you, brother, or Murethi. But let's continue supporting our coach and players. More importantly, because Chelsea is the entity we support, not an individual, and that's why again you've heard us say 1,000 times that players come and go, and yeah, and that's the way you could say life is. They move on. Our club remains the same. The name, I believe, will never change. At least that's what I believe. But that's, by the way, nice to see you, Desmond. Sent a friend request there. Okay, I'll check it after the show. Thank you so much, bro. Let's see. Good morning, Coachila. I can't complain, and I appreciate you finding the time to join JC. Much love to you. It's that time of the year. A delicious evening awaits us. Yep, later in the day today. I think we still do. We'll do the fans opinion show, fans debate show. It's a Pochettino. It's still a CFC. They one of questioning. Wow. That's that's a 360. I don't. Yeah, maybe a 360 U-turn from you. I didn't expect you to quickly turn on him because you were one of his biggest defenders. But again, you're entitled to your opinion and dealing with the situation the best way you can. Coach, I don't say it out loud. It's not. If not, people find out about me. Yeah, flip flopping. Yeah, like this. I think a lot of people that has followed you probably they know that's how you are right now. Yes, he is. Let's see what else we have here. Greetings from Kenya, and then that's my bro, my African bro, my East African bro, Kevin Morila. Nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join. And next we have one word Osimhen. Yeah, we'll talk about him. I can't. I was looking up for I was looking for what's it called, the news, so that we can have it up there while we talk about him. But I'll just look up. I'll just find a picture in my library here to represent his the topic when we talk about him. That is something concerning some concerning behavior from the Napoli. What do you call him again? From the Napoli. What's the term used for them? Oh gosh, from the Napoli admin. That's crazy. But let's move on to addressing the items we'll have lined up one by one. Napoli is a disgrace indeed. They are. They shouldn't condone that. And rumors are that it lasted 24 hours before they took it down. To me, it shouldn't be like that. That's very disrespectful to a player who led them. You could say literally single-handedly led them to their first Serie A. You can say trophy in a while. I don't know how long. Plus, they were close to getting to the Champions League final. Honestly, but unfortunately, this is how they treated him because he missed a penalty and the manager took him off. God of Frogs, appreciate you joining, my friend. Always coming to my rescue whenever I'm losing it on the panel. See how quickly you had to write admin right there. Coachila, here's the thing. He started well, came up with a system, but at the first hint of pressure, he abandoned his philosophy and started a barrage of excuses. I would have supported him. Here's the thing. I'm still positive. I still think he's the guy. I still think not too much has gone wrong, and probably maybe my you could say my hope is driven by you could say yeah, rooted in the foundation that yeah, he's had a rough start to everywhere he's gone, except PSG maybe. I can't quite remember, but I'm still hopeful. I think I'm not concerned. I've seen progress, and I know you've seen progress too. But you have all the reasons why you can say you are questioning whether he's the man, and that's down to that's his own doing, and not me. If a him or sues them, what does he mean? A termination of his contract. I don't think it leads, possibly, maybe. I don't think it leads to that. I'm not a lawyer by any stretch of imagination, so I can't quite say what I think will happen. But I think if the issue escalates, if it gets to the point where he tells them he wants to leave, and already he has just about 2 years left on his contract. I think he's due for a new contract in 2026. So given that he has just 2 years, if he says he wants to leave, I don't think they will get as much. You can say they've been asking for himself for a while now. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they're trying to push him out. Maybe they're trying to push him to accept going to Saudi, which we heard they had an offer of around 150 million euros on the table for them, and they refused it. But that's right away. We'll move on from that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have just 12 likes right now, but I strongly believe that we can do better than that. And I want to take this opportunity to quickly appeal to those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. I just wanted to let you know, let you all know that we value you, because you watching alone does provide great value to the community. But if you can do us one more favor, one tiny bitty favor, please just drop a like on the stream. That will go a long way for us. It helps to trigger the YouTube algorithm and push the stream to more people who'd be interested in the topics we'll have lined up, and then the match preview and predictions. So thank you so much. And one more thing, I don't think anybody will know you did that. This says two. Okay, just the second part of your comment there. Stuck to his guns and wrote the stump, but seems painting things now. I am lacking confidence that he can turn this around, even if he does by luck. Goals start coming. He will pant at the finals. Okay, yeah, pant maybe. Let's see. Sparzy panics at the crunch time. Were they like that under his reign? I don't think so. But I get it. I get your concern is legit, and believe me, if you're worrying for the sort of person I am, I'd be by now because I'd be concerned by now too. But here's the thing. I think for me, even though Porter had a better start, but it's not. It's the fact is, as you can say, the Gen Z saying goes, It's not how you start, how he started, but how it ends. I think he'd end up doing better than Potter, in my opinion, because I'm seeing progress that I didn't see at this stage at Potter's during Potter's reign. But even though Potter won games and people Potter Ball had saying people that people at the time were saying that Potter Ball had arrived. And I was looking at the games beyond the surface level and telling them we have a lot of problems. And lo and behold, the problems again I was saying we had at the time started showing at one point. But that's why really see what else we have here. Termination of contract will be the worst outcome for us because every club will be in will be in for him. I think you've taken your time to look at the situation, and I think that's correct. And probably except if he is let's say if in fact because he's Chelsea through and through, he grew up you can say dreaming of playing for Chelsea. He's always dreamt of playing for Chelsea. Maybe if that's maybe that's the edge we have all over other teams. Let's see, but I get your concern there. I hope we get him on a free. I hope I'm wrong, but so far I am worried. And yeah, your concerns are understandable. Porter was given a head start by Toko. Yeah, but his own start, the first 5 games he played, I think he did well overall. But if you look beyond the surface level at the time, you'd see that there were issues, you can say lingering issues at the time. Bring back my bowed Bruno. Bruno had to leave, and given Pochettino's comments, he did sound as if it didn't just work out between them. Because his comments say something to the effect of he wasn't part of his coaching staff, so him leaving was best for the club and him. And it didn't make sense that he stayed, given that Pochettino had to come with his entire coaching staff. So why did Bruno stay? I don't know. Did he backbite Porter? I honestly didn't know. But Santiago Mono, more importantly, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this morning. At least the lawyers can say he didn't have a proper preseason. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you. Morning to you, too, brother. My assistant Santiago Mono is in the house. The vibe, coach. You see Poch today in the streets, and have the chance to tell him one thing. What do you tell him? I would say this is truly a project. The youngsters we have within our ranks, they're good enough. They can actually help him get results. Just like we were calling on the ground Potter. And at that time, during the Graham Potter's reign, we did observe that whenever the youngsters get a chance to play, they did better than the so-called old heads or old guards or maybe the more experienced players. I mean, you can say that's probably the reason why they chose him, because of his experience. Maybe he's being pushed to use the more experienced players because at the same time, the owners want us to achieve, you can say, finish in the table, you can say achieve a Champions League place. But that's all I tell him. If I did see him, I would say you need to to get a coffee and wake up. Yeah, if that's all it takes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 16 likes, and we're 21 minutes into the show. Not bad so far. Okay, let's start looking at the items we have here. Congratulations to us. Yeah, finally, but I knew before time this will eventually happen. I think the Premier League took their time to make sure that it's you can say, maybe that's just me speculating, the company co-owned by Bolly and Co, and they're just getting them as a way of still, you can say, as a way of you can say bringing in cash into Chelsea's account without it seemed like without it looking like they're cheating. I just like Man City did. But that's by the way, this says breaking news: the Infinite Athlete have been granted Premier League approval to become Chelsea's new front of shirt sponsor for the season. That's some good news financially. Maybe if we're planning to sign players in January, this will help us balance the books and be ready to spend in January again. Maybe I'm not too sure how much we're going to be able to spend, but that's by the way. We'll move on from that particular item. This one here says that the Infinite Athlete Chelsea deal is reportedly worth £43 million and will last only until the end of the season, with Blues executive already working on a long-term sponsor from next summer. So this is just more like a stopgap, you could say. But here's the thing, I like this. How aliens were offering us just uh was that 22 million or so, 20 million, and they rejected it, and that could have been a long-term deal, which means we could have been tied down for a long period of time for just that you can say meager amount for just per year. So I'm glad that they held out. Now look at how much we're going to earn from this. That is nearly 3 times how much aliens were offering to us. So I think they're good business people. In terms of making money, I think the club will be making quite a lot and will not be losing a lot. And hopefully that translates to us winning a lot and not be out of Champions League competition for a while. Yeah, but thank you for that. This here says, Coach, he has been on record in presses also asking for more experience. So which means probably we'll make a few signings in January. But here's the thing, where that doesn't make sense. I'm quite sure he was well briefed on the project, on the direction the new owners want to go. That this that we aren't the old Chelsea. We are a new Chelsea, new direction, new approach, and everything. I get it. We're ready to spend, but probably not the sort of players you can say he may have asked them for. But here's the thing. My point is, I'm quite sure he was well briefed on the project, so he shouldn't be complaining that much. But that's, by the way. Let's see. Once the team goes down 1 goal, they seem to lack any belief that they can turn around the results. That's how low they have belief in themselves. Only young ones like Misha seem to be unaffected. Yes, then I think that the part of them sulking once we conceive a goal first is I think it reflects the fact they're not that experienced. They haven't developed that character. Yeah, once we concede, it does seem as if they're looking as if yeah, it's all over. We're just gonna get done with this one and call it a defeat. Hopefully, I think with time that would change. I think he's starting to speak to them the way that will make them to change. You can say that will impact their mentality by saying they need to grow up. But that's why the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with. So this here, right here, is some good news for us. And I hope we hear more. Ben Silva, Gallagher, and Stalin. We'll get to that in a bit. So I want to hear from you while I wait. Let me share the link with the panelists there. I want to hear from you. Are you looking forward to this game? If not, you let me know. But just as I said during at the start of the show, that yeah, Brighton, you can say we were doing business, innocently doing business with them. But given how everything went down this last summer transfer window, I think we inadvertently you can say they've become one of our biggest rivals. And if you followed conversations between Brighton content creators and Chelsea on Twitter, even I think the Brighton admin, you'd realize, yeah, they've become one of our biggest rivals. And given the way they mopped the floor with us last season, yeah, that is truly the case. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go along with 17 likes. But I strongly believe we can actually do better than that. Let's keep it going. Let me see this quickly. I wanted to do something, but I can't just leave you guys and do it. So yeah, let's get into the match preview proper. I'm gonna go back here, find a particular game, and I need a chosen 11 for the lineup building exercise. So I have it open there anyway. I don't. Let's see. Chosen 11. Let's go. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Let's go for it. Let's go. So I'm going to come back to these. Let's look at it. Chelsea Brighton. Where is it? Yep, there you go. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go the usual way. I'll start by voting to see, you can say, who the public or people thinks will win this one. Well, we Julius, nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join once more. Thanks so much. Let's see. Dan bring in Ugochukwu to pair Casado and play Palmer in the 10th position. Mudrik as at left wing and Nani as right wing. Then Broya as a striker. I don't think he will make that many changes. Because you could argue we're still in preseason actually, so he would play. You could say up to 80% plus of the starting players. Just one or two changes there. Striker, yeah, I understood that was what you meant. If we beat Brighton, the confidence, it would be a confident booster for the team, immense for the team and the fans. I think so, but it's not going to be an easy game. We have the squad to do that, but I don't think it will be easy given, more importantly, one factor: we're not playing as a unit yet. We're everywhere, and yeah, but let's see what happens. But I think it will be a good game. Are we going to win? I honestly don't know. But that's by the way. But if we can win this, then we can come back to the Premier League and probably, you can say, maybe beat Fulham and the rest of the teams are in that you can say October schedule that a lot of people think we're going to get battered. But that's why I'm going to cast my vote here. So who will win? Let me cast my votes and see what people are thinking. Wow. The low confidence. I'm quite sure a lot of Chelsea fans also have voted probably picked Brighton to beat us. 49% thinks Brighton will beat us, and 36% thinks Chelsea will beat Brighton, and 15% thinks the game will end in a draw, but there's no such in probably penalties and all that. That is seriously, yeah, that's, let's say 50% thinks it will end off in a draw in 90 minutes. But I think that's a good sign for me because all the ones were played, except the Liverpool game, the vote, you said the poll there, has had us as the most likely, the team that will most likely win the game. But here's the thing: 49% that thinks Brighton will beat us, and yeah, I don't blame them because they've been in better form. They're higher on the table than us. I think they haven't lost a single game in the league, have they? I think maybe one. Let's see the table here. Where are they on the table? Just give me a second here. Let's go back to the table here, which means I have to do this. Is find the Premier League. Let's go for, get away from the EFL Cup and go and check out the Premier League. So I have to do Premier League. Yeah, but keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 19 likes. I'm quite sure we can do better than that. Apologies, this is a bit slow. So Brighton is a third on the table. Yep, they've lost one game. That's correct. Yeah, wow. So I don't blame people, and I don't blame Chelsea fans who probably, you can say, have taken the time to participate in that poll and chose Brighton to emerge as the winners. Yeah, I'm not shocked at that because yeah, the fans are low on confidence as much as we think the players are. But that's why, give me a second. I'm gonna look at more stuff here. Where's that game? That game in particular. Oh, how did I miss it? So I'm just gonna go to Chelsea here. Yeah, look at me looking for us at the very top of the table. Okay, that's the game in particular there. So let's see. I've voted already. You've seen that. Off to uni I go. First day. Wish me luck. Hope your stream goes well. Good luck to you, brother. And yeah, stay in school. Education is very important. I hope you tell us how your first day at school goes when you come back. So nice. Again, I appreciate you also finding the time to probably check us out and drop a like. But more importantly, enjoy your first day. Osimhen and coming to Chelsea. Stop your delusionary thinking. We don't even know how to break down low block. Do you have to go to the extent of speaking like that? But that's by the way. Let me hear you, Jerry. You've seen the poll. I've voted, and yeah, 49% thinks Brighton will win, and 36% thinks Chelsea will win, and 15% thinks it ends in a draw after 90 minutes. And that's a total of 28,480 votes. What do you make of that? A good sign or bad sign for you?
Good morning, sir.
Big up, my bro. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to join.
It is just showing what the fans are thinking, the emotions of the fans, and the confidence and the trust in the team. So that is very clear. And I'm not surprised with the results of the poll because a few days ago, 3 days ago or so, when
Mhm.
we saw the poll results for Chelsea versus Aston Villa, if I'm not wrong, it was more or less the same, right? So
But I think we were. I think people expected us to win, but not that. Not with so much margin. I think so.
Yes, yes. It has changed slightly, like in the favor of the opposing team, but I think it was like 40 something, 40 or 30 something in Chelsea or Aston Villa's favor. So because we are losing games left, right, and center, so
Mhm.
definitely the confidence is getting lower. And um, and of course, Brighton is a good team, right?
Yeah, they
So,
are.
and then you ask me if it's a good sign. So I don't believe in that. It doesn't say anything how the game will.
In the sense, a good sign. In the sense, I know what you know. What is called charity FC. And when you think we batter a team, they end up beating us. But when you think a team will mop the floor with us, we end up beating them. Not. That's just not me being superstitious.
Uh,
It's a mentality thing, in my opinion. Thing, but you go ahead.
Yes, I for like I'm one of those guys, or maybe someone who is in the camp, and you can say in minority, who believe that we will beat Brighton tonight. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've seen a lot of football. Right, it's not like if we had six games like this, we will also lose to Brighton. We will also lose to Arsenal. And the
Hmm.
games we played were against the teams that employed low blocking. Even Aston Villa, to a certain extent, did that 3 days ago. So we haven't seen so far Brighton like playing a low block or not fencing or not advancing, playing a high line. So if
Hmm.
it's like this, of course, no, it's not so easy. It's not black and white that Brighton is playing a high line, so we'll score. But it will be a different ball game, right? So it's something. It's like I need to see. We all need to see. I believe we'll do better. I see a lot of goals in this game, and either side can win, right? So uh, I'm just saying the Liverpool game, right? When they were like so extravagant, they were playing the high line. We did so well. So if we can somehow, I believe, if the confidence is not that low, if we are not really struggling with our confidence, which is of course, but it can really change, right? With an early goal, with some momentum. So it will be interesting to see, and I believe that Chelsea will win this game.
You've been saying that since the start of the season, and it doesn't look like the losses and the you could say the lingering issues maybe, or the lack of proper progress doesn't concern you.
Yes, sir. I've been saying that. I will not shy away or say that I said anything otherwise. I've been saying that I think with every passing game that Chelsea will win, and I'll stick to that because there is no reason for me to think otherwise. Because as we analyzed in detail yesterday in a couple of shows, that
Hmm.
the not just the stats on the face value, like even when
Hmm.
Roger was talking about the goals we conceded, so I was talking that it's a positive sign, right? So what we are doing is the whole thing, the whole momentum, everything can it doesn't require a lot to change, right? This is what I'm saying. Either it's
Hmm.
scoring goals or avoiding some conceding soft goals. As a whole, we are playing well. Reece James will come back, right? Maybe in a week or so. Other players will be coming back. So we should also consider this factor. There are many players that will return from injury. And the long, as we also analyzed how Guardiola started and Klopp started, it's the same. Poch start with Tottenham, Southampton is exactly the same. And I was reading an article on Daily Mail, and Poch was talking to some journalists like after the press conference, the one that is done inside the room without the cameras. And he
Hmm.
said that his start, according to his words, is better than the start at Southampton and Tottenham, and he's positive that things will work. So because I've been following sports, I mean this game, this beautiful game, and of course I have studied and observed Pochettino. So I still believe very strongly that there is a huge chance, let's say 80% chance, that things will turn around, and they will turn around really, really quick.
If I may ask, who was a former sports Tottenham player that's saying in public that he thinks we're struggling given Mauricio Pochettino's gruesome approach? You could say the way he drills players, maybe we're still not used to it. Did you hear that? Did you read anything to that effect?
I did, but I'm sorry because I don't recall his name. That was a player who played in his initial phase. For some reason, I'm forgetting the name. I'll check it and tell you the name of the player later. So yeah, I remember that. I remember the period. It was 2014-15 when he was new. 2014-15, 15-16, that period of time. And he was yeah, exactly. I remember all these things, that he, not only him, but there were other couple of players that were mentioning that it was so difficult. And he, in fact, what they were saying is that Pochettino is very strong in his approach, in his philosophy. He doesn't compromise. He has a way, right? And many players sometimes feel like he's making them train a lot or do a lot. But what the whole summary was, that he said, if we were thinking that it might not work, his way will not work, but eventually everything worked. And later he realized that what Pochettino was doing was exactly right.
All right. Going by your response, I take it that you're looking forward to this one. And more importantly, again, my, you can say, assumption is driven by the fact that you said you're very confident that Chelsea is going to win this one. Let me go to Tabeho. Tabeho's in the house, but before I do that, I want to catch up. Just give me 1 second here. Take care of this and catch up with a few of the items we have in the chat already. But please, people, more importantly, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join. So we are at 24 likes. We should be doing better than that right now. Let me look at this. This says 25,000 emotional fans making wrong choices. Jerry, bro, this is a Shakespeare fiction. This is rational reality. You seem to be in denial. I think I'm actually inclined to think the same, but I think it's being as subjective as possible. I can write a full report on football reasons why CFC should lose. Yeah, but for me, if we're going by the phenomenal charity FC, this is no a charity game. I think we'll probably most likely would do better in this one, no matter how it ends. We were playing well until the international break. We are playing bad now. The international break, if you remember, I did argue that actually a lot of people thought that you would give the manager more time. Actually, it does the opposite to us, because we have too many internationals, and once they leave for international break, some of them get tired and not enough time for them to recover fully. And that actually puts a halt to the work that the manager was doing at the time. Yeah, let's see. Jerry Z here says, Jerry, I fear for you. You are investing a reputation of your personal knowledge on this team. By your statement, I am worried for my younger brother. Wow. I think it'd be safe to say that, yeah, JC is one of the panic bus driver now. And this is a scene song. Nice to see you, brother. I appreciate you. I hope I pronounce your Gushan. I hope I pronounce your first name correctly. He says, "Hi, coach. Just to inform you, I am a Liverpoolian, and was just helping you out, being a content creator myself. Wow, nice to meet you, brother, and hope we get a chance to collaborate. You don't even need to tell me the way we operate here. If you join and you keep it civil, it doesn't matter whether you support Arsenal. We accommodate you as long as you don't abuse people or start name calling and all that. You're welcome, and nice to meet you, brother. But again, you don't need to tell me. But telling me is a good thing. Maybe we'll collaborate in the future soon. But I appreciate you on the other channel, especially the Soccer Perspective. But you're welcome. Enjoy yourself. Feel at home. Just keep it civil. It's Aaron Lennon. Well, okay, was it the guy that said that? I can't even say his name. For my English International too, I think. I look at Rashid there. Chelsea is winning today, no doubt, because it's a knockout match. CFC loves pressure games. I think that's another way to talk about the charity FC phenomenon that I've talked about. That may well be the case. And big up to you too, Mitchell. Boy, I don't like you, man. What are you doing here? Go away. But Mitchell boy, much love to you, brother. I appreciate you finding the time to join. If you're watching, people, if you haven't, take a second, go check out Mitchie Boy's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Yeah, Rashi is back. You guys miss players like Mount. No, we don't. Enjoy him. And you're flip-flopping. You were telling us to come take him back, probably because he had a hand in a goal. Did he even score? I don't know. I think he had a goal contribution. Now you're feeling like you signed Messi. Enjoy him. I have a collab with you always. Have you really? Really? What am I missing here? I have collabed with you a month back. I remember the turban guy with brown shirt. Gosh, how can I not remember that? But that's by the way. More importantly, you're back. I think I'll find out. But more importantly, I appreciate you joining the chat. Let's come to you, Tebejo. I want to hear you. Are you looking forward to this one, Mr. Optimistic? I think you're probably looking forward to it. Probably will tell me you win. But let's hear you, Tebejo, if you're there.
Big up, coach. How are you?
Big up your my bro. And you've actually stopped showing your ID, maybe because you're an OG here now. You hardly say to be honest anymore, but go ahead.
To be honest, I think
Oh, there you go. There you go. I missed that. But go ahead, brother.
I think Raheem Sterling should not start the game. To be honest,
Hmm. Why
but
why do you say that?
he's missing. He missed most of our chances against Aston Villa. He should have done better, and then maybe we should have won that game and celebrating a win after a while. But he decided to mess up our our winning. Let me say that he messed up the chance to win a game. So so yeah, man. I hope he be benched tonight so that he can think about Fulham game. Hopefully, score a hat trick against Fulham. But
Yeah, one of my biggest problems with him is that he's never been consistent. But go ahead, what you were saying.
yes, yes, that's the issue. But overall, I'm not confident about tonight's game. I must be honest. The way we are missing chances after chances is not helpful.
So you were
So
you were confident for the game against Aston Villa, were you?
yes, I was confident, and then I feel like we are the better team overall, but due to the fact that we are not scoring our chances, uh, we end up losing that game. So fans can say the coach out, but I'm telling you right now, the coach might be the problem, but mostly the players need to take responsibility. As much as you want the coach to be out, the players should take the responsibility because we had chances to win that game. So yeah, that's my take.
All right, I think you make good sense there. Yeah, okay, we'll talk more, bro, in the chat. Morning house, morning to you two out there, by Mark and Drew. I really wanted to watch David Washington play, especially if he's given a winger role. I think that's what the role he gets, and I think he gets a chance to play, in my opinion. But nice to see you out there, by Mark and Drew. More importantly, can we fans have a rest from watching Stalin and Gallagher every game? Oh my gosh. Coach Mount was your king assist and goal since enjoy him. Here's the thing, I'm not gonna argue against you, but you've signed him, and I think a few weeks ago you were actually crying and was asking us to come take our money back. Joseph or Hanlon, a big up coach and Chelsea Mitchell. Big up to you too, Joseph. I appreciate you finding the time to join. I hope you're well. Villa also had chances, bro. I think Villa actually deserved to win the game if you look at the chances. I think the most we could have gotten from that game could have been a draw. Yeah, because we did look at the numbers the other day. They had more corners and a lot of other important statistics. They could have scored four. Yeah. Yep. I think I agree with you. I don't understand the Salim Mount. Just leave me alone, Rashi. Let's see what else we have here. Let's look at more of again the stuff here. Injured and suspended players. They're not gonna have Pascal Gross. Late October. Again, they've done really well in his absence, so it doesn't really matter. James Milner will not be available. Ageless James Milner, by the way, until late October. And the other guy is Jakob Moda. He's not going to be just a few days. Okay, for us, Wesley Fofana, we know that. No need. Trevor Chalobah on loan return date. We know that. Romeo Lavia, late October. We know that's the case. Rich James, unknown return date. Nani Madueke, doubtful. I think Nani Madueke probably may play this, or maybe if the manager just don't want to risk him. But we don't have too many options, so there's a chance he plays. And because the manager likes to play, what's his name, Raheem Sterling, he may well decide to rest Sterling in this game and play Madueke. But there's a chance he starts Sterling also, because this game, given our recent run of form, I think he may well start our strongest 11 because a win would do also a lot of good. So probably let's see what happens. Marcus Bettinelli, a few days. Christopher Nkunku, November. And Connie Chukwemeka, mid-October. Benoit Badiashile, a few days. That's some good news there. I think Badiashile will make a huge difference the moment he comes back. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 41 people watching, and we have just 26 likes. We should be doing better than that. Let me get a few of what we have lined up here. Then we go back to looking at insights. And it says Raheem Sterling was way good at City. Chelsea doesn't know how to use him. He was a right winger. You bought him to CFC, then used him as a second striker. I think wing back row too, and even sometimes as an attacking midfielder. Here's the thing: I think Sterling's biggest issue at Chelsea, for me, in my opinion, is that we're not a stable team. He needs to play in a stable team where he just be a tapping merchant mainly. That will help conduce his deficiencies as a player. At City, if you paid attention to the way he applies himself on the pitch, he still had those issues. But because of how good City were, the issues weren't that apparent at that time. But that's just my opinion, really. Let's move on. What else we have here? Sterling, Jackson, Thiago, and Gallagher should all have a rest. All the players deserve their opportunity to play and shine. I think I agree with you. Big up to you too, Glenn 10. Always nice to see you, brother. Appreciate you joining and chat. Hope everybody's good. Yeah, I can't complain. Normally, I am excited for match days, but this one feels like a dentist appointment. And that's why I'm saying we're going to win. We'll do well, maybe. Let me not go to the extent of saying we're going to win. But his thing, we will always do well against the big boys. But yeah, I get your point. But good to see you here. It's a sign that you're coping with your situation quite well. And Mohammed Saeed said, I would wake up at 1:45 a.m. local time only to see 0-3 defeat at home. A talented Bali Breed needs a rebuild, and Chelsea fans have a bad vibe and are too close to unstable young players. Wow. Let's see the squad that Chelsea have. Dude, you give the same 11 to me, I would win you a Europa League spot. Wow, that is some bold statement right there. Wow, Nani better play today. Less his opportunities are already diminishing. It makes or break make or break for Nani this season for his Chelsea career. I think I'm not too concerned about Nani. I think he was cement a place. For me, he's better than Raheem Sterling right now. Let's see anything else. Only one tapping merchant around here, coach. You go away. I don't like you, man. Brighton, a tough team. I am waiting to see Mitoma. What a player he is. Honestly, I like him so much. Yep. Let's see anything else to address here. I got an early bird discount on Punch Out train. There are a few empty seats still available on business class. Enjoy it. I'm not coming with you. I knew you're actually one of the panic bus drivers these days, but you say train, so you be operating the train. Big up to you too, Ali Toure. Always nice to see you. And this says, y'all all on trains. I never arrived at the station. Me, I'm still on my couch. I haven't even left the house. I still trust that Poch will get things right. So let's see. Let's look at the insights. Just two. Wow, they haven't added much. Chelsea and Brighton. Chelsea, Brighton, and Hove Albion have not drawn any of their last three matches against each other, which means, yeah, there must be a winner. Most likely, not certainly, because this is just statistics. It just suggests the outcome, but that's not. Yeah, it does. That doesn't mean it's certainly that's what's going to happen. So yeah, Brighton haven't kept a clean sheet in 9 games. That gives me hope. I think we defended well, but they shipping goals. But the only again the thing that's been helpful to them is that they're potent in front of goal. They take their chances, but they're shipping goals. So if you can defend well and score even 2 or even 1, chances are we could win. And if we score first, I'd say yeah. I'd bet we win. Let's see what else we have here. Big up Nightbot. Hope the wife and kids are well. Yeah, say hello to him. Vic, nice to see you again. I hope you're doing well. I honestly feel you would have given the 19-year-old to us and would have bought him. Okay, oh, maybe. Let's see. Poch needs to drop the corner show, play Enzo where he should be playing in a deeper position. Palmer goes to the number 10, and we might get something there. I think Palmer in the number 10 role will get you a goal too, and also you can say create chances. He has a good vision, and I admire that so well. We are losing this game. TC, nice to see you again. How have you been? I haven't seen you in a while, but again, I appreciate you finding the time to join us once more. But TC, you only hear it once in every blue moon, but more importantly, I hope you're good. But thank you for finding the time to join us again. Let's see what else we have here. Hi to you too, my good friend. I hope you're doing well. Osimhen to Chelsea is on, according to rumors. Let's see if it happens. I think even if it ends up not, if they end up not ironing out the issues they're having right now, I think it'd still be very expensive. But the Undertaker CFC, nice to see you, brother. It's been a while. Raheem Sterling has been playing his heart out. He's not to blame for the loss against Villa. Yeah, I agree with you, but he's not been consistent. He was awful too on the same day, in my opinion. Nightbot Kid is a bit under the weather, probably a virus. The Undertaker saw. So let's see. Jerry Z, let's hear you. The two insights there. You can say they point to. You can say suggest we have a chance here. The fact that they concede a lot. And first of all, the fact that we haven't drawn any of you can say our last 3 matches against each other, we haven't drawn. There's always been a winner, which means most likely it will not end. Yeah, there's no draw. Within 90 minutes, it will not end in a draw. One team will win. I don't think it goes to penalties. That's what that suggests, given that it is the EFL Cup. And the second insight there says Brighton haven't kept a clean sheet in 9 matches. That gives me hope. Let's hear you.
Yes, and the stats are like very clear, right? The way Brighton plays, not just if against not for this game. If it was against Liverpool, City, or even teams like Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth. So the expectation is that there will be a result in the Brighton game. So yeah, of course, these stats can only give us a prediction or an indication how the games might will pan out. So most probably, in my opinion, there will be a result in 90 minutes, unless both teams
definitely.
score.
Okay, you're saying it's never gonna go to penalties.
I didn't say that never. I said most probably. There's no never. It could be a 2-2, 3-3 high scoring goal, but chances are, let's say 80%, 85% will have a result in 90 games. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear you, Tabejo. What do you think? What do you read? What do you read from the stats or insights, if that's the language you prefer? I want to hear you.
To be honest, man, the stats again. Oh, sorry about it. Give me a few minutes.
All
Okay, I'm
right.
back now. I'm back now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Uh, Oliver Kings uh, never scored a Premier League goal this season, and he scored against Chelsea. So this means Brighton
Yeah, go
Brighton will
ahead.
keep a clean sheet against Chelsea. This means Brighton will keep a clean sheet against Chelsea because Chelsea always mess things around, man. I don't know. I don't know, but hopefully tonight we score a goal. But man, my confidence is low. I won't lie, coach. I won't lie.
Hmm. Wow.
But but if we start but but if we start Cole Palmer and that kid is so creative, we should study him now. We should give him games because every time he comes in, he creates few chances. So let us start the kid. Start the kid. Maybe we can give Jackson something that he needs. But don't start stealing. So I'm asking, don't start stealing. Pochettino, if you're watching, don't start stealing, please.
I'll tell him.
What do you make of Tabejo's argument? Do you agree that Sterling shouldn't start? Even though I think he will most likely not start this game, and that's because no, there's a chance he doesn't start. Let me say not say most likely because two things are possible. The manager may well decide to go with the strongest 11, and so far I think given how many games Sterling have played and how he's left him on the pitch, even when it was you could tell that he was just walking around and probably tired. Shows that he sees him as a starting as one of his starting players. So if I'm arguing that he's going to go into this game with our strongest 11 because we need to win this game to help as a confidence booster for the players, he will most likely start Sterling. I'm not
Sorry,
too
I
sure what
was.
to make of the situation. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just I went to get my coffee. I apologize for that.
Hmm.
So you asked me what I think about his comments. His comments are fine. We can analyze this in many aspects, right? Because now it's a trial thing. The team is being developed. It's a new team. We have so many changes, so no one knows what will happen. So what he
Hmm.
said is what everyone is saying, right? It's a given. But why I see that we can win or we can score goals is a different aspect. It's a different theory. Most of the 6 games, what we are doing is like we are playing the high press and the teams are defending, right? Let me
Hmm.
make it very clear for people to understand. And it doesn't mean at all that we'll win for sure or we'll score a lot of goals. But why I'm being hopeful is that when when we are trying to score goal, teams and the defense and the defensive player in most instances are already there, right? Are already in their places. We didn't get an opportunity to counter attack, a real counter attack. With Brighton in this game, I'm hoping, right, that we will have many instances or a few instances where Brighton will be trying to pin us down, right? And where we can make
Hmm.
a spicy, delicious like run with Modric or Enzo, Sterling, whoever will be playing, right? Palmer, so we can in the counter attack. I believe with our pace, we might hurt them, and that will be a complete different scenario with a quick counter attack. Right? We didn't have these opportunities, so people are completely ignoring that. I'm just putting it out there for the people. They are not really thinking that we can use the counter attack, and that can provide us a different dynamics to score goal. So that is where I believe we can hurt them and score goal.
Yeah, and TC here is saying we really need a striker like Victor Osimhen. I think the profile of striker we need comes down to the manager. Honestly, I didn't at any time think we were serious about signings of Victor Osimhen, given how I know that Mauricio Pochettino likes to play, the sort of striker he likes to have in his team. But let's see, stats matches. Yeah, we are. And Brighton lost a Colwell and needed some games to gel. Their new backline returned to team. Also from Tariq Lamptey. Yeah, he's back. I've seen. At first glance, I was like, oh, lineup out. Then I realized it was the injury list. Yeah, good luck to you. Stats show monitor. Look at the game. Let's see. Coach, I'm happy because a Carabao Cup is yours again. You think Arsenal are out? Chelsea are out. City are out. Wow. You wish. Enjoy relegation. You two, let's see. Arsenal got Brentford and City got Newcastle United. That's not guaranteed that they're gonna go out. Mitoma against a makeshift right back. High press against a team one of best playing out against the press. Enzo press and roll with Gallagher. Forget the stats. Look at the team. Let's see. We'll find out in a few hours. It's not going to be long. Now, the Chelsea boy, 12:34. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Eric Ten Hag will be the first coach to be sacked because of player power at United. Do you think? I don't think there's any issue there, really. He's been there for a while. If they wanted to sack him, they'd sack him by now. But let's see whether he stays or goes. Counter-attack. When was the last time CFC made a counter-attack? Here I bring you back to start. Here's the thing.
So
I don't.
just one second.
We've not been. You can say we've not been effective at that, and
But
that's
one
why
second.
again Enzo
We are
can
not
help.
talking about the history, the last 5, 7, 8 years, 3 years. We're talking about Pochettino and his style. Pochettino teams is most effective in counter attacks. They play a high line, but definitely when they get the opportunities, they have the players to hurt them. So we haven't seen that. It's only 6 games. We didn't have the opportunity to do that. If you go and look at the preseason games, most of the goals were in counter attack. Most of the goals. So here's the argument.
I get it. If Enzo starts in a deeper position, that will help us solve the problem. Just 1 second, Tobeho, then I'll come to you and go to Bobby. Let's see. Good morning to you two. A lot of people may say, good morning, coach, and everyone. I appreciate you joining. Chelsea will not win tonight. Okay. One liner there. Big up, Mr. Ole. Hello to him too. Let's see. Big up, just people saying hi. Like the stream, guys. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. We have 35 likes. We should be doing better than that. Let's see if we can get it to 100 by the time the show ends. We haven't hit 100 for a while now, but it looks like we should be able to do that today. So, Tabeho, you go ahead, speak, then I'll bring in Bobby to let us know whether he's looking forward to this one. Let's hear him. Go ahead.
I think against Aston Villa, we had 3 or 4 chances that we should have scored with counterattacks, but Sterling and Jackson messed up all of them. If you check the first half, their chances, both of them, they messed up. So that's the issue I'm having right now with Sterling and Jackson. They played 5 games already together. They can't find each other. That's the issue. If you can watch the game, the first half, we had chances that we should have scored with counterattacks. It's either a misplaced pass or a wide pass, end up with nothing. If you can check the game, Jersey.
And by the way, the last time we beat Brighton was that was in 2020. We haven't beaten them again. It's been draw and them beating us, except for the friendly during the preseason. I don't really count that one. Bobby, if you're there, you have the floor. You're the floor right now. Are you looking forward to this one? If yes, let us know. If no, you let us know. And let's hear you. And big up. More importantly, we hope you're recovering well.
Yeah, big up, guys. I mean, to be honest, I can't say I'll be looking forward to any of Chelsea's games without the return of Nkunku and the full fitness of Broja. Yet again, we are hamstrung or disabled by injury. No Reece James. Whether we like it or not, these are the people that either create goals or score goals. Well, Broja is left to be seen, but definitely Nkunku and Reece James fall into that category. Somebody was saying something about the fast break and that sort of thing. Look, it's not even that. Our issue, we play very, very well. Even the defense is strong. Nothing wrong with the defense. The odd goal here and there, it's not about the defense. It's about the fact that we don't score to outscore the opponent. And this is it. Composure in front of goal and, clinicalness is the problem. Whether it's a fast break, whether the teams are defending, we create more than enough chances to win games by a healthy amount. What we have done in the past 2 or 3 games. So I can't say I'm confident at all. Will we fix this problem? Well, Sterling has always missed chances. He did it at Man City, just that he had enough to build up his points. Jackson, well, we can't say that. He's young, he's learning the league, so that's left to be seen. I believe once he starts scoring, he'll continue scoring. Maybe he's that type of player. But that's the issue, being clinical. I mean, we had a couple of games where Chilwell has had chances and he's been wasteful. So can we beat Brighton? I don't know. You know, somebody was mentioning, was it in the chat, something about Mitoma against the makeshift right back. Well, no better makeshift right back than Caicedo. He knows Mitoma well and he plays the position well. So I'm not worried about that. It's not our defensive attribute that concerns me. It's the offensive attribute that concerns me. What can we do about that? What formation, what situation. Now, if Sterling and uh, 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 Jackson are not finding each other, it's time to start thinking of an alternative to Sterling. Sterling has good endeavour but poor finishing. Is that going to be? Gosh, what's his name? Palmer. What's the new kid we bought? Oh, gosh, my mind.
Washington.
No. The one from Man City.
Yeah, Cole Palmer. You did say his name.
Palmer. Yeah. Maybe Palmer is the answer. That's where the difference has got to be enforced. You know, our midfield is not even bad either, especially if we're going to use Ugochukwu, who will only improve by the game. Is this a difficult game? Of course it is. Roberto De Serbi has got Brighton playing well. It was evident in the preseason how well rehearsed they are, and in this game and any other game um, we have with Brighton, there'll be no difference. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if it's being televised. I don't know if anybody can answer that.
Probably not. This is a third round or second round. We usually
No, it will be televised.
it will be.
On Sky, is it?
Yes. It depends. Yeah, on Sky it will be televised. Yes.
Yeah, they pick certain games on random and at
But
random.
I'm like over here, like I'll be watching it on BN Sports.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably. I'll probably get it. But go ahead, Bobby.
Yeah, they pick games at random. I'll check and see if it is. If it is, I'll watch it. If not, well, I'll pass. But whatever's the case, I still see that we are teething, and teething brings pain and discomfort.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Bobby, again. Just remember, we're praying for you. Hopefully, you recover fully soon. Our eyes need a rest from Starling and Gallagher. Poch gave us a good impression at start. I am disappointed for him for him to have been allowing Igbali into the dressing room, and he said it's okay with that. I'm not going to be disappointed about that. When he said that we would not allow that initially, coach should be final boss in the dressing room. That's one argument I don't want to get into, but you have every right to state you don't like that, and I get it. I miss Diego Costa. You can say we're all due. Unfortunately, we cannot bring him back. Yes, Reece James create chances for us quite a lot whenever he's on the pitch. He scores too. We cannot just rely on Nkunku when he's back because he will have again. He will have been injured for a while now and probably gets injured again given his history. I hope that's not the case. I'm confident Chelsea will smash Brighton today. Wow. I think that opinion they're probably driven by the rivalry that has, you could say, developed over time given the transfer activities between the two clubs. Let's see if that comes to fruition. Let's see what else we have here. Palmer, Starling couldn't find himself in a mirror, run himself into a dead end too often. Unfortunately, I think I agree with you. Olawale Ogundiran, it's not available in the UK. Wow. Let's see. Pickup game not available in the UK. You can say UK Cup game not available in the UK. Yeah, these things happen. But I think there's a chance it will be on fifth time. Let's see. Big up to you too, Hans. Nice to see you. I appreciate you joining. Let's see what else do we have here. The game is not about yet. I think you said that before. And the coach, is Gusto available to play in this game, or is the ban applicable or only in the Premier League? And I heard the ban is no. Because it's a straight red. They said the rule is just when it's accumulation of 5 yellow cards, then it doesn't apply to cup game. But a straight red does apply to cup games, unfortunately. So let's see. Sorry about that. Yeah, let's look at head to head. We've won 7. That's how many matches? 15 matches in total. We've won 7. They've won 3. And 5 draws. And the last 5 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1-1 draw in 2021, 1-1 draw in 2022, 4-1 battering. They battered us. I remember that. In 2022, and then beat us 2-1 at home in April 15th. That's what year again? And this year, 2023, I'm guessing. And then 4-3 club friendly. I don't count that. Let's see how you Jerry Z, is that of any significance in your opinion? Let's hear you.
No, this stat I won't take into consideration as significance, because like the overall stats, right? Because then the Brighton was not the Brighton that is today, right? Brighton was, of course, not at all in the picture. So the overall games we have taken is the historical, right? So Chelsea were, of course, dominant. Brighton was a different team. So we cannot compare. But the last few games, we can see, of course, the momentum shifting. So when you take the stats, that is why important, because I always back the stats, because this is my field as well. But we have to be careful. Is this stat good? Is this stat giving the indication? So when we talk about the last 10 games, we also have to see if there is any, we have the same teams, if the profile of the teams or the position of the team in the league is more uniform, but it is not, right? So therefore if we even analyze or compare these stats, we will not be able to conclude or come to a data driven decision, or come to anything that we can say that it indicates or it implies anything. So if anything, we can look in the last 2-3 games, just the last 2-3 games, so we can see the momentum shifting. Of course, we defeated them in the preseason, but that's some positive, but then you'll say it's a preseason game. So it will be interesting to see. It will be an open game. It's not a secret. It will be an open attacking game. I think it will be an end-to-end game, and let's see what happens. And I see a winner in the 90 minutes.
Yeah, thank you so much. Whoever that is pressing the hot icon, just know that, we appreciate that. The hot icon, I think it's more powerful than just hitting the like button. So thank you so much. If we can do it more and teach more people how to do it, we'd really appreciate that. 39 likes. Let's get the likes up. Appreciate that. Says, believe. Yeah, it's as simple as that. That can go a long way. Let's see. Smash the like button, people. Let's hit 100 today. Let's try. It's usually after the transfer window shuts, and it's also if Chelsea and if one doing well, it usually impacts the views and people. You said the number of people would be interested in coming to talk about Chelsea. Yeah, but that's right the way we can make it happen. 39 likes. It won't take much to get it to 100. But thank you for saying that, Glenn, my bro. But I think Olawale is saying, I think I heard Jackson will be available for this game. Yep. I'm told. I haven't seen the rules myself, I think, but the person that told me that he's going to be available because his case is an accumulation of 5 yellow cards. That will not mean he will miss the cup game. That applies only to the Premier League. I think he makes sense. He plays, and I think he will play also because he's looking for goal. He's looking for goal. So the manager, I see him starting him, and then give him Broy a chance later. Hopefully he gets a goal today. You must win, Chikbo. Kam Chukwami, nice to see you, brother. Apologies if I butchered your last name or even your first name. A long time no see all here at Coach Joey Hockney. Nice to see you, brother. It's been a minute, truly. and I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, how have you been? I hope you've been good. Yeah, let's look at let's hear you. Tobeho, what do you make of recent meetings with Brighton? They've had the upper hand. I get it, head to head. We beat them by four wins. That's the difference. But recent meetings, I think they beat us. We beat them in the friendly. I don't count that. They beat us 2-1 at home and beat us 4-1 at their home. And then it was 1-1, 1-1, 0-0. And the last time we beat them was in 2020 that we beat them 3-1. So are you reading anything into it, or do you think just move? Let's hear you anyway.
Yeah. Jerry Z is busy changing my mind. How about we do what Dizebi did to us? I remember Dizebi first games he was struggling at Brighton. Then I guess he kickstart his Brighton career by beating us 4-1. Then the rest is history. So how about we kickstart our Pochettino era by beating Brighton 4-1? Then the rest will be history. How about that, guys? Let's be positive.
I'd be happy. Maybe you can say kickstart Pochettino's first Premier League meeting with Brighton in the Premier League with the win. I'd take that. Hopefully it happens. We beat them during the preseason. I would say, I must confess, that wasn't really convincing.
Yes.
On that day. I don't know. Bobby, you want to add to that, or should we just move on? Go ahead, Tobeho, if you were still talking. Sorry,
yes. Before Bobby talk, like he mentioned something, I agree with him. Our defense at the moment are not the issue. Our midfielder on and off, but not the issue. The issue is our attack. They can't buy goals, but hopefully sooner than later they start scoring, because we need goals, guys. Our fixtures, as I said, our fixture are not looking good after Fulham game, and then I think it's Burnley next. After that, it's Arsenal. From Arsenal until Newcastle, gonna be tough. So we need goals in order to give players confidence. And also during the press conference, or not the press conference, I saw that a quote from Pochettino saying that he's trying to build Mykhailo Mudryk confidence. I like that.
Yeah, because the signs are good. But let me say something here. I have to disagree with you, but anyway, that's what we do. We hardly agree. Here's the thing. I think we have defensive issues. My observations from the last game is that we can't defend set piece properly. We were lucky. It's either really we're not able to match the opposition, or we're able to match the opposition early and then drop the ball to the opposition outside the box, and they take a shot at our, you can say, have a go at our post. I think we've been lucky from set piece. We not actually that solid defensively, but I'll say I hope that improves. We've been better, but we still have issues there. I don't know if anybody, Jersey, do you agree that we have issues defensively? It's not that bad, but we have issues.
Yes, we do, of course. But again, as a whole, if we see, we considered 6 goals in 6 games. Given that we are at 14th, this is very good, right? If we see as a whole, this is not really bad. But again, as we discussed yesterday, that the goals we conceded were not all, like 5 out of 6 goals we have conceded in the Premier League. They could have easily been avoided. They were mistakes, soft goals, players being out of position, or a certain pass, or a certain
or not being in sync with each other. Just it's a miscommunication.
You can see the goal against Villa, from starting from Thiago Silva. So and so it's not a huge concern again. It's I would say it's normal again. What do we expect, right? So we have to improve on that, especially the set pieces, right? We considered the corner, as we said, against West Ham, and many other instances. I don't know if it has to do with some physicality or some other aspect, but generally I'm not worried about the defense. Generally, I'm not worried.
I'm worried against it in the sense that I think the fix is easy. If the midfielders would do well in terms of protecting the defensive line, I think we'll be fine. Especially if Thiago Silva is playing. Um, the issue is that defensive line, you can say, is the most difficult, you can say, part of a team to assemble. And we have, you can say, we made too many changes in the defensive line, and that's why we're seeing those sort of mix-up you talked about, or errors, or lack of, you can say, lack of chemistry, proper chemistry between them,
Yes, sir.
and
And
that's an
sir,
issue for me.
out of those 6 games, we
Yeah.
considered three goals against West Ham. So you can see, and we only considered 3 in the other 5 games, right?
Mhm. So yeah, I don't really think with the solid, you said defensively solid at this point. There are issues mainly because those the defensive line, they haven't played together for a while. We lose a 3-1 or 3-0. Okay, let's see. That's the sort of game I say. Okay, maybe we'll get a result. Infinite athletes on the third shirt, all of them for one season alone. Just to be clear. Okay, Poch is making you mad with his personnel and playing players out of position. Example, Levi Colwell. Uh, I like to see you. I like saying your name all the time. Good exercise for me when I'm on the show, and I've talked a lot. I hope you're doing well. But everything was a time. So someone you blame the coach or okay, all players. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go along. We appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Where are the goals coming from? We should start actually just looking at the strikers or the attacking players alone. The defenders should be scoring, midfielders should be scoring too. But I think we have players who are capable of putting away the chances. But you can say right now, low confidence is creeping in gradually, and that's a concern for me. Hopefully, we're able to have overcome that today because we will create a lot of chances today, given the way Brighton operates. Give Jackson and the rest a rest to clear their heads and rest their nerves. Brian, Noni, and David deserves their opportunity to have a go. Equity for the squad. Here's the thing. Do I think the manager would do that? Maybe, but I honestly don't think he will. Because to him, the players he's been starting for a while now, I do believe he sees them as the starting 11, and probably this game has become even more important given the fact we haven't played well for a while now, or we're not getting, you can say, desired outcome. Matson should get a go on left back to partner Mudryk and Cowell in his rightful position, and Casado on Enzo in a double pivot with Palmer just in front as a 10 with Jackson and Starling on the wings. Maybe we'll see that today. Coach, I asked ChatGPT who will win tonight. Here's the answer. Do Chelsea FC players ever play hide and seek before big matches? Because, good luck hiding when you are in the spotlight. Wow. Let's see what else we have here. Red card in Premier League, FA Cup, and EFL Cup games account for all domestic competitions. Jackson is eligible to play tonight. Gusto not eligible. Yeah, thank you so much, Vic, for explaining that. For the Starling is more effective at left wing compared to Mudryk right now. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion, but I think likewise. Brighton 6, Chelsea 0, according to Kim. So in the house, we don't need to rotate all relaxed players. We play one game a week, and Spozzy Poch needs to line up properly and go hard for a win against Brighton if we stand a chance. But we need to beat Brighton. I think the rivalry have grown. I think we need to beat them, and I believe you, Chimera. The goals are coming up from Lukaku. Matson needs to start. I think he starts. If Poch doesn't line up strong and properly, we will lose a 3-0. Let's see. Matson at left back. We have enough wingers. Good day to you too, Cardozo. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Coachila. I have the feeling we're gonna win today. I hope everybody feelings she can say come good for us. Although we are on the dogs. Yeah, that's when I think we'd win. Jackson doesn't need a rest. None of the players that do we play one game a week. Again, especially after right now that he's having issues with at his club. Let's say 1-1 Chelsea win by penalties. Oseji Favor. Let's see, Miss Favor. Let's see if that happens. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy in Nigeria. I think Oseji is an Igbo name. Your last name probably, yeah, boys do go every now and then. I've seen it again. Boys do go by the name Favor. Fans at Chelsea, just open eyes and see. Please don't blame coach and players. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. 3-0 to Chelsea tonight. Michi, you know I will not forget that. But I will batter you if that if that doesn't happen. Big up, coach. We go again today. Chelsea Blue, yes, we go again today. We support our club and hopefully we get a win. Poch might accidentally start our strongest lineup tonight while thinking that he's starting our second string lineup. Wow, that is deep. That is seriously deep. Oseji, okay, one day, since you're an Igbo boy, welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. Feel at home. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. Let's see. Big up Michi in the house. Santiago, I don't like Michi, and because you're my assistant, I don't think you should like him too. Please don't. Yeah, let's look at the recent form. If you're there, it's just I think it's just you and I at the moment. The other panelists have left. Bobby, I know why. Let's see. Confident for the win. Okay, he was having a conversation. With Jerry in the chat. Okay, let's see. Big up to everyone. Santiago, don't tell him hi. He doesn't like you. Let's look at team form. Pretty much balanced, actually. The difference is that they've won more than us. They've lost 2, and we've lost 2. And in the games that they've lost, wow, they conceded more. I think look at this. West Ham beat them with the same margin they beat us. Are you seeing that, Jerry? You there?
Sorry, I cannot see your screen.
West Ham beat them the same. Okay, let me show you. West Ham beat them the same margin that they beat us with, 3-1. You see that?
Yes.
So they're shipping a lot of goals, and we've been, as much as I think we have issues defensively, I think, I think we've been defensively better than them. We don't concede too much, as you can see. 1-0 loss to Aston Villa, 1-0 loss to Nottingham Forest, but to them, I guess you could say bring in the fact that they played a much stronger team. They lost 3-2 at home to Athens. Athens, I don't know how you pronounce, or AEK Athens, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. And the games they've won also, they've conceded goals in all of them. And they lost a 3-1 at home to West Ham United. But let's hear you. Do you read anything from that?
Yeah, definitely. I'm reading a lot from that. It is showing that in most of the games, Brighton, not only these 5, and even if you go back and the later half of the last season as well, Brighton is usually conceding a lot of goals. And while they have been successful finishing 6th and like doing good in this season, they are overscoring. They score a lot of goals. So it's very interesting.
You have to right? You have to be clinical, but even if you score 2, they're capable of scoring 3 on a good day. Yeah, but go ahead.
It clearly shows, right? It's not something that we can deny. The stat is very clear and been consistent over the period of time that in most of the Brighton games they have conceded a lot of goals, and they have also days where they have been off, right, completely off, conceded a lot of goals. And I remember a 6-1 loss to Everton at the back of the last season as well. So what it shows is that definitely it's going to be a very attacking and open game, right? And the thing is that that is where, and that is why I am hopeful that we will score goals. I'm not saying we'll score like 5 goals, maybe we'll do, but I'm just hopeful that we'll score a couple of goals, right? And as long as we can defend well, we can be in our position, we can hold our nerves. This is giving me hope. And so this game is a different ball game. This is a different environment. This is a completely different game to the games we have played in the last 5 games. What the fans or what most people are doing is seeing the games we had in the 5 games and completely expecting the same result over here. Yes, on a bad evening again, Brighton can defeat us 4-1, right? If it all goes bad. We don't defend. But on the other hand, I see we getting a lot of chances in this game, right? And where the goals will come from, I cannot answer that. But of course, it should be a collective effort. It's not one guy or one person that we will depend on. So I really hope so that Chelsea will finally, like, you can say, kick off their campaign, and this could be one night we can look back and remember with some pride.
I hope so. I hope so. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, up the Chelsea, and it says win the game. A cheapo Kanwe. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. Apologies if I butchered that. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. Brilliant channel. Thank you, Francis Witness. It's always nice to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join us back this morning. Let's see what else we have lined up here. And it says Chelsea. Today we are going to win. Douglas and Dumbo. I hope that happens. Some positivity there in the chat. So there's been so much negativity, and that's all I can say fluently without having issues pronouncing it. But these days, saying positivity it's been difficult. Yeah, I hope so. And King So, the panic bus driver, says that they conceded more, but they score more. Yeah, you could say that. We scored how many? In total, 5, 2 against AFC Wimbledon, 3 against Luton Town. Yeah, they scored more. That's the truth. But again, the hopeful aspect of the whole thing is that we don't concede too much, really. Osimhen has a falling out with Napoli. Do we there? Maybe. Rumors are that we're already making efforts to sign him. Coach, did Jerry change his profile picture, or it's just a glass window showing content inside? I'm not sure. I can't quite see it, but he changed it. Osimhen wants to come to Chelsea like Casado. Where did you hear that? Your source, Jazabi, you let us know. We want to hear you. Elaborate. Tell us more. Osimhen over Ivan Toney. A lot of people you can say prefer. I believe probably prefer Ivan Toney. I want a proper gunman. Yeah, just use the language striker. The show we had yesterday. I'm not going to say what happened, but limited monetization for that video, given what somebody said during the show. Musiala and Osimhen in the next transfer window, possibly. I think we're capable of doing that, but I don't see Bayern selling Musiala. I want a proper striker, number 9. I want that too. Ooh, says it. It would be really nice to see Chelsea score and win. Now all we do is hope. But if that happens, it's a good sign. It would do the team a world of good. If Poch lines up wrong again, I am fully done with him. Let's see. Maybe I left wingers though. I want Coleman or Chiesa. I'd rather Coleman. How old is Chiesa right now? There's no point of us buying Osimhen. You think Mark and Neum elaborate? Big up to you too, Kishan. I appreciate you joining. You think Osimhen will leave Napoli after they disrespected him recently? Possibly, but if they value him that much, I'm quite sure finding a solution will be like this. It will not be that difficult. Just a phone call from the president and fire the admin guy. Once the admin guy is fired, I think it'd be easy to solve the problem. So right now, I'm not going to hold my breath and say he'd be available. But one thing is sure, if the situation escalates, then they're not going to get as much money as they've been quoting. And that's because he has about just about 2 years left on his contract. Plus, if they have an issue and he wants to leave, his valuation would take a hit. It's as simple as that. Let's see. If we are still holding on to the Enzo and Chilwell, no need to buy additional players. Enzo stays long term. Chilwell maybe. Can you? We'll go to the predicted lineup in a few minutes. I think we have enough time to get that done as soon as possible. Musiala, we already have Angelo to develop. But Musiala is, you can say, will fulfill the 10 role better than Angelo. We can have them both actually. Musiala is more of a 10 than he is a winger, in my opinion. Angelo is more of a winger than he is a 10. I get it. Both are excellent in terms of their vision on the pitch. Big up panel. Big up to you too, Shafodino. I hope you're doing well. Chelsea, all the way, big up to you too. Bobby, anything else you want to say before we get into going to the lineup building exercise? 4-2-3-1. I'm guessing.
Sorry, I'm in and out for a reason.
No problem. You
Um,
don't have to apologize.
yeah,
I understand. You don't have to explain everything.
yeah. Thanks, Coach. Yeah, you see, my problem at the moment with the club, or rather, I won't say it's not my problem, but the issue at the moment with the club is that Chelsea have brought in their best players for the injury table. A club cannot sustain itself by having its effective players on the injury table. Now, this happens once in a while, granted, but Chelsea's injury table have contained its best players for 3 years. This has to stop. Nkunku hasn't even played for the club. I have a problem with this. Reece James has played one game. This is an issue.
And his record for 3
it-
years now is shocking.
It's bad. The striker that we have in Armando Broja is still not fit. These are major, major, major problems. We spent how many million? 50 million plus on a midfielder that's on the sick table. We're not buying players even for the bench. For strength in depth. We're buying them to be out for months and months and months. And we wonder why we have a problem with this new project. This is to me the major issue. I don't want Osimhen because there is an injury tendency around him that hasn't raised its head often, but I don't want to see it at all. I'd rather get Ivan Toney, even though he's an older player, but he has no such record. We don't need this anymore at the club. What are they going to do about Reece James? That's our captain. Gone. For how long? Nobody knows. Nkunku, gone. For how long? Nobody really knows. We're saying January, February. That's more than half the season. Wow.
Yeah,
That's our
it
problem.
is concerning. Again, and I don't see for the ones we signed. Hopefully, it's not the case that they really injury prone. Because if they are, then we're in trouble. James, name them all. But go ahead, Bobby, if you are still speaking to us, so that we can move on to the lineup prediction exercise.
Oh, that's it. People worry, Chelsea are going to get players that have too many strikers. Crikey, at the moment, we haven't got any strikers. None. Jackson is out. There are none. It's better we have too many and then think of what we do about that than to have none like this. So I find that is a crippling situation. And until we address that situation, how can we address the team?
Yeah, I think we have to, one way or the other, find a solution. Am I able to suggest any? Absolutely no. Let me give those in the chat the microphone, then come back. We get into the lineup building exercise. As soon as we can. And Randa Fosimem has deleted all things in Napoli and is taking legal actions. We've been told legal action. We've been told it's not certain to do that. I still think they will iron things out because he's a huge, you could say, asset for them. Their biggest asset right now. He wants out, and his contract is less than 2 years. So his valuation will lower. Oh, certainly. We don't need a scientist to tell us that. And if Bolly wants to make things right, land the minerals. Let's see if he does that. This will bring down Osimhen's performance like we did with João Felix and Mark Neum. Let's see what happens there. I hope our coach will bring up a good lineup today. We really need a win. So we'll see us, like Jersey said, you may actually accidentally start our starting 11 thinking he's starting you can say the fringe 11. Big mistake letting João Felix go. How did Poch get that wrong? Are you sure Poch was the one that said he didn't want him, or are you just going by what you heard in the media? I don't see any manager saying no to Joao Felix. I think probably what happened at the time, we weren't sure whether we're going to be able to afford him. And at the time, that position, the 10th position in particular, wasn't a position of big concern for us. But that's just my opinion. The lineup we keep having will damage Osimhen's performance, just like Joao Felix, possibly. And let's see, I'm going to skip quite a few so we get to the very bottom. What? Really? Well, I can't even read that, even though I know you don't mean anything bad. We never fixed the attack. You could argue that, or maybe we thought we did, and then it hasn't worked out. We have bad juju, possibly. Tone will go to Arsenal, maybe. We don't know. Oladipo Mesola says, I have no high expectations for this game, despite our minimal fixtures. Our team with more fixtures are beating us blue-black. I agree with you, but yeah, our case is different. We have too many new players. Your waffling is such a money. The cost of living has risen. Get used to it. Let's see. Imagine if we got Leao instead of Mudryk. I'm not regretting Mudryk. How things has gone for Mudryk so far, yeah, 90% is our fault. Yep, much better option and was a no-brainer for me. I don't think that's the case. Modric is a fine player and he will come good. And you're seeing the signs. And the manager knows that. Even if we do get Tone, we will overpay because that's what we do. And that's because his preference will be Arsenal. So for us to get him, we have to overpay in terms of salary and probably, yeah, for the club to listen to us. Let's see. Yes, Poch said no. Okay, if you think that that's what happened, that's your opinion. Let's see what else we have here. Apparently, Casado is on 150K a week. So why can't they pay that to people like Leao that we could have gotten? Why don't they want Leao? I don't know. So yeah, if you don't know, Keyshawn has a YouTube channel. He shares wrestling videos. So please go check it out. How many subscribers do you have now, Kishan? Let's help him get to 1,000 as soon as possible. But much love to you, Kishan. What's the difference between Gusto's suspension and Jackson's? Why is that Jackson can play the Carabao Cup but cannot play the Premier League? That's because Jackson's is from, you can say, accumulation of 5 yellow cards. But Gusto's is a straight red card. So I think they just wanted it to differ for the life of me. I don't know. But yeah, I'll go for it. No, but it's only I understand, but it just sounds odd for me to read it. If you understand, Mudryk can still come good. I still think he comes good. I'm not going to read this. Osimhen is top scorer. Ivan Toney only wants Arsenal. You are in no position to reject any player when your team is in relegation form. Read the room, Bobby. And here's the thing. I'll have to say this, Chimera. I don't think Osimhen is injury prone. I think he stayed fit for a while. But I think Bobby's going by, you can say, what a lot of people were saying. You can say last year when we were rumors, the rumors emerged that we were interested in signing him. But let's see, Joey Chowe got hurt often. It's racist even to think about, to go to that extent. That's why I avoided reading it like that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let me see how many likes we have already. We had 60 plus people watching. Yeah, things have slowed down a bit. And until Chelsea start winning games, I don't think it gets better, or because people ain't looking forward to games, so not many people are here. Leao would struggle just like everyone else who thought that they're playing good we keep them on the team. Yeah, I think you could argue that, Mark and Newm. So let's get into it. Jerry, anything else you want to say, or should we just go into the lineup or prediction exercise and get it done as soon as possible?
Let's do the exercise.
All right, let's get into it. Goalkeeper, I think most certainly it will be Petrovic.
Siri here. Let me know if I can help.
It will be Petrovic. He's been on the bench for a while.
Yes, sir, Petrovic.
I think for me, the preseason days are over for what's his name? For for Robert Sanchez. I think this will be an opportunity to see, because he will get tested, given that we're playing against a strong Brighton side that whoever starts does well for them. So I'll say Petrovic. And if you're in the chat, if you disagree, you let us know. I think the manager would want to see him play and see whether he do better than
my starting lineup that I have in front of me on the paper.
Yeah, we'll go one by one. We'll go one by one.
That's what I'm saying. So I agree with Petrovic. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, Petrovic will start, and my argument is that the manager would want to see him to see probably if he has more to offer than what's his name, Robert Sanchez. I've had enough of these fans saying no to top players and settling for mid players. That's the thing. I think our conversation doesn't change anything. It just shows you the fan will express their opinion, and the club will end up doing what they think is right. We during the past transfer window, we didn't sign every player. The club did not sign every player we wanted them to sign. But that's by the way. Tabejo, you've heard. I think Jerzy agrees that Petrovic will probably most likely start between the sticks. I think Sanchez, he's played enough games. Which you could say, he's had his preseason, and he's you can say how quickly he gets off the line, how he comes for high claims and all that, and the low shot stops show that he's improved since he's played consistently. Maybe the manager may well look at him and say he needs to play even more because he was a bit rusty when he started guarding the sticks for us. But let's hear you, Tabejo. Do you think Petrovic starts between the sticks for us?
I would love Petrovic to start today so that we can see what the guy can offer at the moment. Let's see if Robert Sanchez is not available, then we can say we're happy that Petrovic should start the next game. So we need to see him. We need the eye test. No more YouTube videos of him. Let's see the eye test.
Do you think it happens, or you just think it's there? It will be there because you said you would like to see him start. You're not saying that's what you think Pochettino would do. Do you think he did that?
I think he started.
Okay. Let's hear you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. If you haven't, 51 likes. We're doing well. Maybe we have a chance of getting it to 100 today. What's that? A Siri on ChatGPT interrupting. That's my iPad to my left hand, and as I talk, you can say hold on to something, maybe a stress ball or something. But then my stress ball isn't in my left hand, so I was just playing around with it and pressing it, and heard everything I said and was looking for an answer. But that's by the way, you're too nosy, my friend. Just go. Oh my goodness. So Tabejo, back four. Let's hear you. If need be, if we disagree, then we'll use the chat to find you can say to make the selection. But every time we use the chat, usually we get an outcome that's driven by people's opinion. But let's hear you. Your back four.
My back four.
But bear in mind that Gusto will be out.
Yes, I know. On the right back, Excel Disaster plays for me.
I think so too.
And at the left back, we can start. For me personally, I will start Marco Corella, but it seems like Benchura might start the game because he hasn't played our previous two games. Start both of them, so I think Benchura will play. And then my two
left back.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
Maybe this time we need it. We need why are you pressing left back?
Just go ahead. Leave me alone and just go ahead.
Yes, and then center back pairing. I would love to see Levi Colwell with Thiago Silva. We need to start a strong.
When is the next game, really? 2nd
Monday.
October, right?
Monday.
On Monday.
Yes. So
and today is
Wednesday.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So he'd have about 4 or 5 days to rest. So You don't see a
But
situation where Gilchrist starts because the manager wants to rest Thiago Silva because he trusts him, or maybe he just plays him today and then have an excuse to rest him against Fulham. I don't know. It's not that simple, really.
Trust me, coach. I would love Gilchrist to start this game, but at the end of the day, I think we should start. We should play our strongest lineup in order to win this game. And Thiago Silva is this guy, man. He know how to look after himself. It doesn't get injured easily. I don't know what he's doing. I think he should give all the players the recipe.
I mean, I can find out for you because I talked with him.
No problem.
So yeah, the two centre backs.
Levi Colwell and Thiago Silva for me.
Colwell.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out if that happens. I think this is not going to be easy. I think we're going to get this so wrong. The last prediction exercise we did, we were at just one player off. But I think we'll be wrong. Let's see. It's not that simple. But yeah, let's hear you, Jersey. Your back four.
Yeah, so not at all in an agreement mode or trying to copy, but I already had this back four written in my sheet. So I was kind of surprised.
Can you explain
that
why you think this we'll see this back four today?
The reason why you see, and of course, this is not my strength to predict teams. I'm just to be clear, it's more to predict how the game goes or how the team do. So, and in a cup game, it's even more difficult to predict. Why I think this will be the back four is because again, we in the next game is on Monday, right? And we need to win. One of the objectives, as Pochettino said, is to win the Carabao Cup. There is a lot of pressure, so we'll go with the best options we have, and I think these are the best options given that we don't have Reece James and Malagusto. So this is my back four as well.
Yeah, the right back certainly. No, I'm not going to say certainly. I get it. I see he's played in the right back position. Or you could say, what I see that simplifies the selection for the manager will be to go with a back three.
So, coach,
then Levi Colwell, left centre back, centrally Thiago Silva, and then right. No, it won't work. Actually, it doesn't make sense. Go ahead, Tabeho.
So let's say we rest Thiago Silva and play Disasi as a right centre back. Would you like to play the kid Brooking as a right back?
What kid? Gilchrist?
No, Brooking. This other kid from our academy is called Brooking or Brookings, if I'm correct.
But
Josh,
he hasn't gotten the chance to. He wasn't at the he didn't travel with the team for preseason, and I think if any academy kid is going to stand in that right back position, he will most likely be Gilchrist.
Yes, I agree with you. So
yeah, because we haven't seen the other guy, the manager probably haven't seen him. But we may well see this back four. And big up coach and the chat. But go ahead if you were still talking to Beho. Sorry for cutting you off. Smash the like button, please. Yep, true blue Clay. Appreciate you joining. And we have 52 likes. We can do better than that. Let's hear what JC says here. Gilchrist will start at right back. There's no way telling, but we'll find out today. And he says that the back line will be Martin left, Colwell and Disasi. Okay, the two centre backs, Thiago Silva, you don't think will start. So there's a chance that would be this the lineup, but we're just having fun here. Let's see. Broken. I don't know him really. So
I know him.
You think it's better than Gilchrist, but my argument is that the manager, he hasn't seen him, in my opinion. He's seen Gilchrist and probably will give him a chance. And I think we've seen Gilchrist on the bench on 2 occasions.
I agree. Gilchrist was on our preseason tour in America. So yes, you're right in terms of that. But Brooking, oh my gosh, this kid is so good. But again, it's against Brighton, and then we need to win this game. So we don't know what Poch will do. Hopefully, give this kid a chance so that everyone doesn't know about him. He can see what this guy is gonna cook for us in the future.
And Adebayo is saying he kind of moves like James. Wow. you guys, you can say, I need to find out who that kid is. Maybe do a profile video on him, because I need to do a profile video on you can say emerging academy, Chelsea academy players. I think, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. As much as I don't want to see it, you think Casado starts at right back? Possibly, it's a possibility.
But
But maybe the manager needs him more in the central area. It's a
but
possibility because
but
he's available, and I think Ugochukwu gets a chance because the manager. This sort of games is what's going to keep ensure that Ugochukwu will be ready to play whenever called upon. So and maybe except if Gallagher, if he decides to rest Gallagher today, and still play Casado and Ugochukwu in the midfield area, we'll find out. Go ahead, Atubeho, you were saying something.
as much I like what True Blue is trying to say, at the same time, our fans at the issue at the moment. We can experiment playing players at certain positions that we can play, let's say, Disasi or Brookie, and while we can play Moses Caicedo there. So we should be careful. Our fans are gonna get more angry if we do that. So we must be cautious in terms of what we are trying uh, to tell the coach to do. Playing Moses Caicedo as a right back. Oh man, our fans gonna be wild. Trust me, coach.
Hmm. Let's see what happens. But I think he'd be able to fulfill that role for us. But because he's done it at Brighton, the question is, did we sign him to play that role also? I think somebody asked that question yesterday. Offensively, he's far better than Gilchrist, but Gilchrist is more advanced in his development. So, okay, would it be correct to say Gilchrist is more experienced? I don't think that would be correct. But you can say far advanced in his development. You're meaning you're talking about you can say how mature they play. But let's see if he gets a chance today. People are saying Broken is he even training with the first team as we speak? Yeah, that's the question I've been asked. Has he
Yes,
trained with the first team?
yes.
So maybe he gets a chance because if the manager feels like he's better and given everything you guys have said so far, maybe he gets a chance. But we don't know.
But
Unfortunately, yeah.
I would suggest for you, coach, to follow this Chelsea account called Chelsea Sport. I mean Chelsea Sport.
He
That
sent me the
that
link
guy,
to the account so I can follow. I follow him.
yes, that guy knows more about the academy a lot. Which academy players will train with the first team and stuff. But I'll send you the link now so that you can do it when you have time.
All right, thank you so much. I'll do that. I appreciate you saying. Let me know. Mitoma is going to be a threat always. But I wish Gusto was available. Would be available because he handled him very well during preseason. Who can handle him better, Gilchrist or Disasi? I think he will turn, and before by the time Disasi turns two, he's gone. And we need a more flexible player, and Disasi isn't a flexible. Gusto was able to deal with them effectively during that preseason game in the United States. But unfortunately, Gusto isn't available. So let's hear your 260s. If you're at Tabejo, let's hear 260s. Let's hear you before I go to Jerry. All right, looks like he's not ready. Okay, let's hear you. 260s.
Uh, I would like to play Lesley Ugochukwu and Moses Caicedo there, but I know Pochettino will play Lesley and our engine at the moment, who is Kanagaraga. The guy never stop running.
So you
So
think Caicedo will not play this game or will not
I
start?
think
Let's just this time will not start.
I think Caicedo may start, but if I was Pochettino, I would start him with Lesley so that since Moses Caicedo know more about Brighton, he can help us.
He will start, yeah.
Yes, so I would like to play both of them. And another thing, our fans didn't notice about Pochettino. Pochettino always like to play with two DMs. The other one will move around, do the dirty work, and the other one sits. Same as
Just like under Thomas Tuchel, one you can say fulfill the role of a hybrid of 6 and 8. one will be charged to be more, you can say, charged to be more defensively cautious. Go ahead.
Yes, Spurs used to play with Dembele and Wanyama.
Dembele isn't a traditional six. He has fought to his game. Most of Dembele, the Belgium.
Yes, oh man, I know how much you love him.
Yeah, I love the guy, honestly. But go ahead with what you were saying, brother.
And then at Southampton, he used to play with Schmeichel and with Dembele also, if you remember very well. So clearly Morgan Schmeichel. So clearly, you know that Pochettino likes to play with two sixes, but the other one will move around. The other one will be more cautious, sitting, helping our centre backs. So overall, I would like to see that today, but it's up to the coach.
Yeah, let's see. Again, Billy Gilmore would try to score against us. We have a few. Tariq Lamptey is there too. I don't know whether Lamptey will get a chance to start, but let's hear you. If you're there to receive your 266, I think I agree.
Yes.
I think you say the starts, especially after for the fact that the game will be against Brighton. But let's hear you. Your 266.
So it seems like, on a lighter note, seems like that the coolest Chelsea has taken a snap, taken a look on my sheet. So interestingly, and it's very surprised. But I also have Ugochukwu and Caicedo in the pivot.
Yeah. Do you want to elaborate, or you should just move on? Why you think that would be the case?
For the optimal performance, to see how we can play, because I don't see Gallagher starting or Gallagher not playing but not starting this game. That is the only reason. And I think Caicedo, of course, because he's fit now and he's the most expensive player we have. And again, we are playing against Brighton. Ugochukwu, also amazing player with a lot of talent. We have to see these are the games we can see him more and more. And this is the reason Gallagher will start on the bench, and this is my pivot.
And you can say this is a sort of games you can say Ugochukwu has to play more often to be ready when called upon to play in the Premier League. Then he'd be ready.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. So thank you so much for that. Let's see what else. Thank you for that sharing that with me, Tabeho. I appreciate that. Let's see. Let's see what else we have here. Blue Clay, hi buddy. Let's see what else we have here. Hey, Mitchell, people just exchanging pleasant trees there. Let's talk about the number 10 role. In my opinion, I think I don't want to see Enzo there. If he wants to rest Enzo, he should rest him. If you want to start him, let him start in a deeper position. The hybrid of 8 and 6. You can start him as one of the 2 6s with the independence or freedom, if that's the language you prefer, to be wherever he wants to be on the pitch. But I think we have a problem here because I still think Enzo starts this game, but where? Probably in the 10 role.
Number 10,
unfortunately.
Yes, Enzo will start as the number 10. If he starts.
Yeah, and I think he will play very well, even if he starts in the 10 role today, because these guys are defending deep. They don't defend deep. They play a very high line, actually. But let me hear you. What do you think? The 10 role, but I'd rather see Palmer start there. I think he fulfilled that role better than Enzo.
I see Palmer also starting. But I see Enzo Fernandez will start in his position because I don't see Pochettino changing it too early. He will give him more opportunities at number 10. So if, again, it's a Carabao Cup game, we don't know Enzo will start or will be on the bench. We are assuming because it's an important game, Chelsea needs to win. So if Enzo starts, definitely it will be number 10. And on the right side, I see Cole Palmer starting along with Enzo Fernandez. So what I'm saying is that Sterling is not starting.
Also, you think Enzo, I think, will most definitely start because, as I've explained before, this game has become way important than it should be in the first place, given that we need a result. But let's hear you, Tabeho. Who pairs? You can say who plays in the 10 role. I'm going to find out what the people think about who pairs Ugochukwu, because Ugochukwu certainly will start.
To be honest, Coach, I would love, or I would like Cole Palmer to play there as a number 10.
But unfortunately, I don't think it happens. But let's hear your own opinion.
My opinion is that if you check, Cole Palmer had maybe, let's say, a small amount of impact every time he comes in. You can show that this kid can give us something different. The way he creates chances, even that one when Chilwell missed against Aston Villa, delicious pass from this kid. So I want this kid just to have a sort of a free road. It can create chances for us, and then Enzo just rest Enzo. I don't want players to be overused because at the moment Enzo seems like our more creative player if you use him very well. So I want the kid to rest so
I
that
think he needs a rest. He's played so
yeah,
much football since World Cup and after World Cup. Go ahead.
yeah. Since the first game he played for Chelsea. Remember we saw Jorginho, then boom, Enzo started his first game for Chelsea. Since he never rest. So I don't want to cry again about players not being rested. So let's give Cole Palmer a chance, man. I don't know if Pochettino will give him a chance as a number 10, but hopefully this time he gives Cole Palmer as a number 10 so that we can see him.
So
And
you
I
see,
think
coach, what I'm saying. In my opinion, Cole Palmer will also play, and Enzo will also play, but Cole Palmer will play on the right side.
Okay, let's hear you, Tobeho. You were still talking. Sorry.
yes, I agree with you, but on the right side, I was hoping that Noni Madueke can play there on the right side, and then Palmer plays the number 10. I don't want Sterling to start today, please.
Yeah, let's see what I say. I'll go check 100% starting. I we think that will be the case. It needs to be Palmer. Glad Carney is back from injury. Is it back? Do you think he can? I don't think he's ready to play right now. Let's see. Gallagher starts, coach. I think most likely. But yeah. Or maybe the manager may well decide to start him on again for him to be on the bench, and if need be, he brings him on. But I don't know. One of Lesley or Casado will drop. Let's see. That may well happen. Gallagher will be captain today, therefore he will be undroppable.
Respect
Wow.
our people.
Yeah, respect the guy. Enzo is washed in again in the 10. Rather rest him and let him come off the bench for Lesley or Casado later in the game. I think that will work too. The 10 role is new to Enzo. He will adapt. Do we have the luxury to give him the time to risk playing him there and him not being as effective? While we'll have some of the players who play there and fulfill the role effectively for us and help us win game. I won't be surprised if Poch, just 1 second, Tobeho, if Poch plays Gallagher in the 10 role. I'd rather Gallagher in the 10 role. He carries goal threat and probably will do better there. Coachila, the thought or process for predicting this lineup should be, how can Poch mess this up? If you take lead from that, predicting lineup is easy. Wow. Let's see anything else we have here. Why are we stuck with 4-2-3-1? Because that's most likely, yeah, the lineup is going to go with. 4-3-3 can also work, maybe a hybrid of it, but let's see what he does. And we're trying to predict what we think he'd do right now. I know 4-3-3 will accommodate most of our midfielders, but probably we end up having too many defensive midfielders on the pitch. With Palmer and Mudryk on both wings. Okay, now there you go, something I can agree with. And yeah, a striker. Yeah, that will work. And here's my prediction: Martin, Cowell, Disasi, Gilchrist, Lesley, Casado, Gallagher, Mudryk, Jackson, and Starling. Let's see. We cannot afford to rest the only creative midfielder. Our issue is creativity and lack of real finishing. Brighton will move to us if they take the midfield. Oh, yeah. If they win the midfield, it's done. Because they will come at us so many times now. Yeah, we'll end up conceding. And we have the Princes there. The Princes in the house. Number 10 role. I prefer Palmer, but unfortunately, we're now here. It's not a preferred lineup. We're trying to predict what we believe the manager would do, but I cannot see Chelsea winning this match with this coach's mentality. Wow, you're really concerned. Jerry Z, do you both think Palmer starts in the 10 role? I think Enzo starts. Because this game is too
again,
important.
it's not what we want, right? We are predicting what Poch will do, and it's very difficult. Yeah. It's no way we can predict, right? It's a cup game as well. So I think if Enzo starts, he'll start as number 10. Of course, I also want Enzo to rest, come off the bench because we already have a lot of quality and we can utilize Enzo coming from the bench. But if Palmer and Enzo both starts, right, I'm just trying to see like what could be the possibility and how Pochettino is setting the team. So given that, if he'll give Cole Palmer his full debut, then I see him playing in the position of Sterling and Enzo Fernandez as number 10 and Modric on the left.
Yeah, and we have 9 votes. You can say on the question who pairs Ugochukwu, and 78% thinks it will be Enzo and 22% thinks it will be Gallagher. That's why I say if you use the poll, you get you say an output driven by people's opinion. You can say
Yes,
their
sir.
preference,
But
not really
your question was
what
that
they
what
think the manager
Pochettino
will do.
will
Go
do.
ahead.
I mean, the way we set up or the way you want us to predict is what we think that the coach will do, right? Not what we want.
I think Gallagher. I don't know if you'd rest him. I'm not too sure really. You can say we don't have enough sample size to be
It's
able to
not
say
about
this is what
resting.
we're
It's not about
yeah.
resting. It's about playing both Enzo and Cole Palmer in the starting lineup.
Yeah, if Palmer is going to play in the 10, then Enzo has to start deeper. But I see like somebody. I think it was you. Was it you Tiboho that argued that Caicedo will most likely start because it's against Brighton.
No, Caicedo will definitely start.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So he starts deeper. So if Ugochukwu is 100% starting, so maybe the manager gives what's his name Gallagher a rest just because of the way he runs on the pitch. I'm not too sure.
Again, this is just a feeling, a prediction, right? So we don't know.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the poll is getting worse. Enzo to pair Ugochukwu as one of the 2 sixes. And I think that's driven by people's opinion, not really what they believe the manager would do. But let's see. I hear you. If I were looking at it from what Poch does, then you're right. Enzo will be in the 10 role most likely. Sadly, yeah, exactly. Just like against Wimbledon, Gallagher will be number 10. Our leader, captain, and starter. Let's see if that happens. If Palmer and Enzo both start, then Modric gets dropped. I feel Sterling on the left and Palmer on the right. I think that's just your opinion too. DJ, it's been a while. I hope you're doing well, but always nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the panel and everyone in the chat. DJ, nice to see you, brother. Another argument, Poch said in a presser that Misha is starting, so Chilwell may be rested. That's bringing our leader Gallagher to the forefront. Wow. So it's not that simple, really.
Yes,
so
of
let
course
me
it's
just
not simple, coach. It's like there are a number of combinations that he can play. It depends if we see this player will play at this position, then the whole structure, the whole things could change, right? If Enzo and Palmer, as some people are predicting, will start, then in that scenario, I see Gallagher will not play. If Gallagher will play, definitely then he has to. I won't say sacrifice, but definitely some player will have to start from the bench. But my thinking or my prediction, you can say, is that because the Chelsea is not doing good, so he will most probably start a very strong lineup.
I honestly do see a repeat of Enzo playing in that 10 row. Because I think Chimera's comment is telling me I think he's looking to start playing Enzo consistently in a more advanced role. To me, which means he's going to go through a learning process, and to me, that's a risk at the detriment of the team's overall performance. Go ahead, Tebeho.
You know my issue at the moment with Enzo playing as a number 10. I'm not saying like Enzo should not start there, but again, if you check Enzo previous 2 games that we played, he is not himself at the moment. I don't know what happened to Enzo before the international break, because Enzo was cooking that time, but now at the moment is not himself. So I think maybe the kid is.
Don't you think the reason he's not in South is because where the manager has played them?
But previously he played there, and then he was doing for me was doing very well.
So, coach, just a history lesson in short. Marco Verratti, the Italian player who plays.
Yes, I know him.
I don't know who he's playing. I'm not following it. So Pochettino was playing him as a number 10 at PSG. Everyone was surprised. Just to give you an idea that Marco Verratti was being used as a 10 regularly with PSG.
Yeah.
So
So
Enzo started off the bench in this particular game against Wimbledon. Am I blind?
correct. Yeah,
See,
correct.
it has to do with how desperate things are. In a normal third round Carabao Cup, I don't see any coach will start Enzo, right? But again, if the pressure is really on the coach,
And a win is needed, right?
and the only way we can win silverware is maybe Carabao or FA Cup, right? We will not win the Premier League. So you see, like, so that is, of course, we cannot predict. No one can predict. But if he starts Enzo, then what I'm saying, then Enzo will start at number 10.
Well, yeah, Gallagher most certainly start, but where it's difficult. But I think Enzo will start this one too, in my opinion, because we need a win. Then I'm not too sure, but I think Caicedo starts too. Maybe he may well end up dropping Lesley Ugochukwu and play Caicedo alongside what's his name, alongside Conor Gallagher as 2 6s. But you don't know. Let's see. Good afternoon once more, DJ. Much love to you, brother. Gallagher is a runner. Is a runner and a track star. Doubt our captain gets dropped. I doubt that too. Coachila, can we? Yeah, there you go. I had it on the screen there. I hope you were looking. Coachila, told you yesterday that the significance of Gallagher in the team. I'm not doubting. I'm not doubting that, brother. And I'm one of those that's argued that the manager likes him, and he's spoken highly of him, which reflects the fact that he likes him. Poch at PSG had 3 players up front who did not reverse gear in their cars. Verratti was the son of plugging in holes. You see, Jerry, you need to stop making judgments from stats. Let's see. Honestly, if we drop Starling on the right side, Madueke, and drop Gallagher in favor of Palmer as a 10, we will be effective. But
So, coach, of course, everyone has their opinion. Just to say something, and then I'll be leaving for 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, go ahead.
What
Let's hear
JC
you.
is saying, of course, he doesn't agree with me. I don't have any problem. I'm not drawing any conclusion. This is JC is contradicting himself over here. With all due respect, what I'm saying that he has. What I'm trying to say that he has. Why I'm not surprised. I was never surprised when Enzo was playing as a number 10. What he's giving is a reason is a very different reason. I'm not tactically talking about the game. I'm just saying that even Verratti was playing up front, as a number 10 on most occasions. Enzo is playing over here. So I'm just trying to say that I'm not surprised, and I think he will keep on doing that. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to make a conclusion or implying the PSG strategy over here. I'm just saying, like, throughout history, even in Tottenham, he has done all these things. So I won't be surprised. That's all I'm saying, that he continues to play Enzo Fernandez as a number 10.
Yeah, I see Enzo starting, and unfortunately, I see Ugochukwu drop into the bench because Gallagher starts. I'm not too sure what's going to happen here. It's not that simple, but I see Enzo playing in the 10 role, and I see, people in the chat, let's just go by what they're doing. I think we're gonna after the analysis we should just get their opinion. But I think Gallagher starts here also, just like the last time. And the two of them, if you look here, if you're paying attention, Jersey, they were very good on the day against Wimbledon. Can you see it, Jersey?
Yes, sir.
Rating 7.3, Gallagher 8.5. I think the manager would do this again, but maybe not with the same structure. I'm not too sure. I don't think he plays at the same structure. Humphreys actually played, but Humphreys has gone out on loan, right?
See, it's difficult to imagine the combination because he's not been consistent with the formation, right? So difficult, right, if he'll play this formation or 4-2-3-1. So we can, we can only predict. There's not enough consistency we have seen under Pochettino, as I was talking also previously yesterday. So, but because now he's playing a back four, so maybe he'll go with the back four, right? And I really want him to continue with the 4-2-3-1. It's his signature, and it's proven, tried and proven. You see, because the team is not in a good state, and cup games, no matter in any season for any team, it's always difficult, especially third round games. So that is why I believe not only me but or you or most of the content creators or analysts, we are only like trying to predict, and definitely there are a lot of ways we can go about it. I just believe he'll start a stronger team. As you said,
Mhm.
80% of the players would be the same, because if we lose this game, then it's not another game. It's like we are out of a cup competition that we that it, we will be in only two competitions, right? So it will be a big it can create a big backlash, in my opinion. So definitely Poch would try his best to do what he can to win the game, right?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. But this is actually this isn't straightforward. I think Gallagher starts this game, but where? That's what I can't figure out. Do I think he'd bench Moises Caicedo? I'm not too sure, but
uh,
given how I'm not too sure what to make of this.
I
Go
don't
ahead.
see any sense in benching Caicedo, because he's been on and off because of the injury he played, and now he's back. So why would anyone bench? Especially he's playing against Brighton, right? So there's another. Uh, he knows the team inside out, and so why not give him the entire 90 minutes? And if is it, coach? You're saying because you think he's not 100% or what?
Who?
Caicedo.
No, I'm not too sure what's gonna
If
happen
he's
here.
100%, then there's absolutely, I mean, no reason why you start him on the bench, right?
No, I don't have any reason there. I'm looking at him. You would think maybe he'd play alongside Ugochukwu, but I think maybe the person at the risk there to me is Ugochukwu. If
Yeah, that's
Gallagher
more
will
safe
most
to say.
definitely
If
start.
he's trying to, if he loves Gallagher, it's clear.
Yeah,
But if he really wants to play Gallagher again, then yeah, it will be Gallagher and Caicedo, in my opinion, right? Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think that's really what's gonna happen. It will be Gallagher and Casado with Enzo in the 10th position, unfortunately. Let's see. I think this isn't correct. I think I should add Palmer there, not just Stalin and Madwike. Let me end this. Just give me 1 second. Because I don't think he plays Palmer in the 10 role. I don't see that happening, honestly. Okay, right wing position. This isn't easy. Now we know how tough the manager's job is. You get what I mean? So Palmer will be there. Let's just go by people's opinion because yeah, whatever outcome we get there will be driven, defined by people's opinion. Then Starling, and then one more player in mind, then Madueke. Yeah, hopefully we get this round. It's tough. I think Ugochukwu is at risk there. Yeah, so I
So, coach,
think
one question: you don't see any possibility of Palmer starting on the right instead of Sterling?
I don't see that. In Heston, if you remember, I said this game has become too important. There's a chance it happened. That's a chance it happens. I'm not saying
Yeah,
I'm
again, we
certain
don't know.
that's going
It's
to
it's
happen.
it's too tricky. I would say too
Yeah,
tricky to call.
it's not that straightforward to look at it and say, okay, this is what you think happened. Yeah. And for the right wing, really, yeah, let me ask those in the chat so they can help us decide. But I think Heston, Ugochukwu is at risk here. And because Casado we signed him from Brighton, the manager may well think he knows them that well and will play with high confidence against them. That may well be the case. Honestly, I don't know. No, Jerry, I am saying that the DM at PSG and DM at CFC are not the same roles. Yeah. Maybe Jerry misunderstood it. Poch will look at this game and want to win it. I think I've argued that before. I don't think he will be looking at rest and players. He hasn't won a single game since Luton. He needs to win this, and that would be a good starting point for us, honestly. Restart point maybe. Enzo has become a weak link. Playing more makes it worse, but our pride will let us see that Gallagher best game is better than Enzo best game. That's how low the bar is. Yeah, at this point. Yeah. Yes. Swansea. I think. Let's see. Yep. Um, JC disagrees with everybody, including himself. Coachila, in fact, we may have the same lineup, except the front three. Yeah, it's difficult to see Ugochukwu starting today, but we'll find out. That's true. Let's see what else we have here. Cost good to red card. Yeah. What's up? Is this what?
He's asking what app is you're using to show, and so coach just wanted to say I'll be coming back in 15 minutes, so I'll
All right,
see
no
you.
problem, brother. I think probably be done by then, maybe. But if you stay here, yeah. What app is this? Sorry for asking. You have every right to ask. FOTMob, FOT. Let me show you the name. For this one, for the lineup, that's Chosen 11. Yeah, chosen11.com. Yeah. Oh yes, Gilchrist for Gusto. If Gilchrist has to start, then I prefer him in the 10 ahead of Enzo. Gallagher, so to speak. Yeah, I think I prefer Gallagher in the 10. I can't stop saying that enough. Why can't Jackson sit out this game for his 5 yellow cards and return against Fulham? He needs a goal, and the manager will see this an opportunity. If Poch has to take a choice between Gallagher, make a choice between Gallagher and Casado, who does it pick? It depends on the role. If you're talking about the 10 role, I would say certainly Gallagher. 2 6s, most likely. Yeah, Casado, but that's just my opinion. Who does it pick? Now, you are getting me, coach. Do you want me to book business class in that train? I don't know. This is just, I just want us to get this done. I'm confused right now. The yellow cards are not carried over to the cup game. Yeah, accumulation of 5 yellow cards, but the straight red will. Correct me if I'm wrong. When you ask Coachila about Mudryk, he will say, I was following his before he was born. Wow. Some statement right there. But that's by the way. Let's see. Yeah, who plays in the 10 role? Let's see. Palmer. This is this not 10 role, right wing. A lot of people are 43% for Palmer, 43% for Sterling. Looks like Mudryk don't have a chance, but I think he starts because he did very well in the last cup game. But unfortunately, once you use the poll usually is the outcome of the poll usually defined by people's opinion, not really what they think the manager would do. Tabeho, if you're still there, who starts in the right wing position? Let's hear you. Okay, doesn't the right wing position. Who do you think starts there?
If Enzo plays as a number 10, I think Cole Palmer will play there.
Okay, right here. I think Sterling looks like he's gonna be on the bench today, and if need be, the manager will bring in him. So let's say Palmer, or maybe Sterling starts. Let's see how last time we were just one player off. Mudryk, Jackson, but here I think Gallagher comes in, which means I'm thinking probably Ugochukwu will have to make way. Even though he played really well the last time, or the logic again, with my first argument is that the manager will want Ugochukwu to play this sort of games to ensure that he's ready if we need him to come in and play for us in the Premier League. I don't know, but what do you think?
To be honest, I think Enzo might be rested, and then Conor Gallagher maybe plays a number 10.
If Enzo rests, this is not Wimbledon. This is Brighton.
I agree with you, but as I said, we used to overplay our players, and so I want that to stop than creating more. For example, where Enzo, as I said, Enzo last game it was not Enzo Fernandez that I know. Even against West Team,
why do you think that was? Why do you think? What do you think happened?
You remember him and Moses Casado arrived late because of the South America time restrictions. Yes, he seems tired that game. So I want the kid to rest. But again, if he's ready, I would like him to play. But overall, I think Enzo might be rested. Then we can see Conor Gallagher playing there. That's my opinion. But let's see what will happen. But so far, the lineup is good. But another thing, in terms of Mudrik, I have a feeling that Ian Mason might start there, but I don't want him to start. But I have a feeling that Ian Mason might start there.
Mhm. Yeah, it has to. Ian Matson, I think, starts this game. Did he start the last one? Did he start the last cup game?
Yes, he started.
No, against Wimbledon. Did he start? Yep, Matson. Yep, yep, right wing. So I think he starts too. And maybe the manager, there's a chance he reverts, he goes to a back three to accommodate more players. I'm not too sure what to think. I think, yeah, certainly Enzo starts, certainly Gallagher starts. I think the player you had to risk the most is, Ugochukwu, unfortunately, I have to say. Even though I'd like to see him, but I think he'd be the one to drop for the manager to accommodate Casado. Let's see. Once again, Jackson can play today. He will miss the Fulham game. Yeah, I think he can play to see whether he gets goals. Play 4-3-3 with one DM and 2-8, with one acting as a 10, then attacking, and all three when defending. He may well do that. Ainsa will be on the bench. Coach Starling starts. Yeah, possibly. I think, yeah, Starling probably starts over Palmer. I don't think Palmer gets a start in this game. I think I agree. The manager has shown he likes him even when he's walking around on the pitch, but I think Palmer will be more effective for us in the 10 role and is starting in a deeper position. Hi, Coach. I'm hoping for a better result tonight for Chelsea, and hopefully they can improve on their performance. I would say 2-1 Chelsea. Let's see if that happens. I'll take it. Patrick, once more. Hi, Patrick. How you doing? So, Tobago, what sort of game are you expecting in? What do you think the outcome will be? Let me ask those in the chat.
Coach, so you think Cole Palmer won't play this game?
I think so.
No, the reports recently are saying that Cole Palmer will play this game. So I think Cole Palmer deserves.
He might well get a chance to play, but off the bench.
Man,
Yeah.
to be honest, if Cole Palmer wants that today, I won't be happy because the kid just shown that he can do better if he gets more game time, and Sterling show that it's not reliable at the moment. He keep on missing chance after chance. So we rather give others a chance. Let's see what they can offer for the team. So Sterling needs to be benched and then maybe come in the second half to affect the game more.
I think possibly it's difficult to say because we don't have too much to work with now. But we'll find out. Yeah, let me see just 1 second. Wayne, in a bit, one more option. 3-3 draw. Okay, penalties as a decider. Yeah, possibly. Let's see. I think there will be goals in this game. That's what I think. But let's see. I keep dropping the likes on the stream. Once I get all the stuff we have in the chat right now, we'll call it a day. Thank you for 59 likes. One more to get it to 60. And in the back end, I'm seeing 1,622 views. That's not easy. Jackson should sit down, let other players get the opportunities. I feel like overflogging a drunk donkey. But here's the thing. Truthfully, you know quite well that he starts, especially given the fact that he's looking for goals. So the manager will give him a start. And Blue Austin is saying my biggest problem with Chelsea lineup is players constantly used in weird positions. I don't get Enzo as a 10. I argued that before, and I knew he was not gonna be as effective as usual. I hope Blue Austin, nice to see you. More importantly, I hope to see Matson, a top talent in my opinion. I think he starts. That's why I'm saying this lineup we could be up to, you could say, 60% wrong. Unlike the last time that we were, you can say 90% right, or at least 80% plus. Yeah, I hope to see him. What a player. I like him so much. David Washington may well get a chance to play. Do I think he'd start? No. Broya may well start. Adebayo, there's a chance Broya starts, and Matson, what's his name, Jackson sits on the bench. But we'll find out. Coach, there are very few tickets left in the boss class. Expectation is that there will be huge demands for tickets after today's game lineup. I think so. I think there will be huge demands, but we'll find out. Let's see. If we don't win our next games, then what's going to happen? I really do not know. Coachila, you sound tired and erratic. We need to make a substitution now, despite you being unstoppable. I'm sensing like it sounds like I'm losing my voice. I'm not tired, but I didn't drink coffee. I've been having issues with coffee withdrawal, so I'm reducing it a bit. I don't want to be drinking too much coffee. I did vote that CFC scored 2 goals today, but Coachila made me do that 2 goals in a game. That's because the spaces will be there. Palmer is a more obvious 10. Enzo is more influential, deeper line playmaker. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't know that. And let me ask you, Blue Austin, do you own a channel? If that's the case, let me know. Who's scoring 3 goals? Just go away. Coach Poch mentioned in the presser that Broya is ready only for 30 minutes. So, so he's not going to start. So thank you for confirming that. So I'm going to come back to you, Tobeho. What sort of game do you expect? Let's hear you.
To be honest, the game is going to be fun because of how Roberto De Zerbi approached games. So overall, if Chelsea should win this game, I think we should capitalize on the highland that Brighton uses. So, as I said, let's say I need Chelsea to use more left hand side than the right hand side. Use Ben Chilwell and Micha's speed to create chances, and then maybe if Sterling start, he can do those tap-ins and stuff. But overall, man, it's not gonna be an easy game.
It will be nerve-wracking. Hopefully, we'll do
Yes.
the you can say lineup reaction. An analysis. I hope we do that. We have a few hours probably after school runs. I'll just schedule the lineup analysis show so we can do that. But thank you to all of you. I appreciate you all finding time to join the show. And Taboho, I cannot thank you enough. Let me know if at any time you schedule any show, and we'll have to plan in advance so that I can redirect people to your channel. And if you're watching, if you haven't, I think we have to do the lineup, or you can say analysis exercise today. We're about to round up. I want to say thank you to Beho. Thank you for finding the time to join. Thank you to Patrice. Let's just hear Eric. Eric, let's hear your thoughts. I was about to round up, but big up to you. No worries, brother. Let's just hear your thoughts on the selection. If I did this alone, I think I would most likely be close to getting it correctly. But this is also part of it is people's opinion because we use the poll. But let's hear you. What do you think? You would see something close to this or anything close to it?
Yeah, latest is greatness. Thanks for having me. I'm going to talk very quickly. Please excuse the sound. It's not the usual settings for me, but
it actually sounds good. More bars actually sounds clean, crisp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So, this is more like what we will see. I think it's not necessarily what I want because Enzo is still a number 10. I don't want him in that position, but this is probably what we will see. Maybe Colwell will be rested. I'm not sure. Maybe he will just play this team and actually start a left back in the left back position. And Disasi on the right, that makes sense to me. So I think it's as close to it as possible. I think maybe 1 or 2 youngsters, but I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
Feedback from Tabeho's end. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I think maybe we might see 1 or 2 youngsters starting. So that might be the main difference, but this looks about right, to be honest. I think Disasi in that right back position as well. makes a lot of sense. I won't be surprised if that's what we see. So, yeah.
Yeah, but thank you so much for keeping it brief too. I appreciate you finding time to join. Unfortunately, we have to round up. We've been streaming for 2 hours plus. Yeah. We started 30 minutes, not 30 minutes. It was intentionally scheduled that way. But thank you, Eric. I appreciate you. If we cannot finish in the Champions League spot next season, even though 5 teams will be in it next season, I would settle for Europa League. Yeah, but I still think let's see what happens anyway. I cannot settle with Europa League football next season. I'd rather us miss out and come back next season without European assignment and then make it to a top 5 and participate. But with that, I want to say thank you to all of you for finding the time to join the show. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you, Eric, my bro, and my other brother from Madiba land, Tobago. Thank you. Thank you, Chimera. Thank you, Kimso. Thank you, Patrick Joyce. Thank you. Blue Opson, thank you, JC, thank you, Chimera, thank you, Chelsea, all the way. Patrick Joyce, I've said hello to you, and thank you, Adebayo, Mark and Jew, Michiboy, Chelsea Michiboy. Thank you also for finding the time to join the show this morning. And if I missed your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and bye.